Yours. Congratulations. However, whoa. There is a right to match, and that is with goal. 15,000? No? Okay. So for 15,000 to the Colombo strikers, Shaban Daniel, number 66. Done. Well done. Let's go to player number 70. 70. Yaneman Malan. Yaneman Malan. Player number 70. Number 70. Mr. Malan. Base price is 10,000. Do we have a bidder? South African in your team? 10,000? Let's go. Another few seconds. Another few seconds. Okay. Yaneman Malan, player number 70, passes. Number 65 is up next. Tawheed Hridoy. Tawheed Hridoy is up next. 65. Base price of 40,000. Do we have a bidder at 40,000? Going to get a little quicker now. 40,000? No? Okay, nobody at 40,000? Some discussion? Nobody at 40,000? Tawheed Hridoy. Passes. Number 67 is up next. 67, Najibullah Zadran. Najibullah Zadran is up next at 20,000. Do we have a base price bidder? 20,000. No? All right, another 5 seconds. And player number 67, Najibullah Zadran, passes. Number 68 is up next. Oshada Fernando. Base price set at $10,000. Is there a team interested at $10,000? Got enough time to think, enough time to plan, enough time to bid. Oshada Fernando passes. Number 69, Chad Bose. 69. From NZ, base price of 20,000. Do we have a bidder? All the way from land of the long white cloud. Anybody? 20,000? Chad also passes. Number 64. $1 million question. Danushka Gunatilaka. Danushka Gunatilaka, number 64, at $20,000. Do we have a bidder? 20,000? Thank you, Dambula. 20,000. Do we have 22? The bidding is not hot and heavy, so most of the base price bids are usually our top bids, which is fine, as long as the players are absorbed into a team. Dambula at 20,000. Nobody else at 22? Will somebody please call Sri Lankan Cricket Board back? We need that table populated. Would you mind sitting there? Somebody, please. Okay. Stephanie, the middle table, please. Thank you. Need some population there. I suddenly feel there's a gap in what's going on here. Thank you. Okay. Jaffna, that's the way to do it. 20,000 to Jaffna. Anybody else at 22? 22. No. 20,000 is the high, and that bid is where? Dambula. Put my hammer down. Are you kidding? I only got specialized for Dambula. 22 now, Dambula. Jaffna, are you back at 24? We'll wait for a bit. I do look all the time, but you know, a little rare to see that paddle come up from your side, so I kind of... 22, Dambula. Jaffna, we can't wait too long, as you know. 24,000 is the bid that we're looking for from Jaffna. Lanka's Jaffna Kings, 24. Of course, it's open to anybody else. 24,000. Give specific looks to Candy, Gaul, and Colombo. Nobody at 24. We look at Jaffna again. We've got Dambula at 22. For player number 64, Danushka Gunatilaka. One last, thank you, it's looking better now. One last call. One last pause. Give you 10 more seconds. Need $24,000 from you, or for 22, number 64, Danushka Gunatilaka is with Dambula. Fair warning, last call. You can't come up with 24. We're happy to give it to Dambula. There's a request there to wait for a few seconds. No? You don't know? Jaffna, my apologies. We can't wait any longer. Yeah? Okay. Thank you so much. Dambula. 22,000. Danushka Gunatilaka. Let me get that right. Danushka Gunatilaka, number 64, is with you. Congratulations. That's with Dambula. Let's move on to player number 60. Dimut Karunaratne. Base price set at 20,000 for Dimut. Somebody put a paddle up. Somebody raise a paddle. 20,000. Dambula, I continue to look at you for no good reason. Anybody? 20,000? 20,000? No. Player number 60, Dimut, also passes. Good spot. Hold on. Let's rewind. It happens once in a while. Nobody's fault. Does anyone remember? At player number 60, the base price had gone from 20 to 10. So let's begin again. Thanks for the reminder. What do we do without our audit table? Shahbaz, Chintaka. Thank you. Good spot. When there's some good work done, we need to applaud. All right. But here we go. I'm going to do this all over again. Player number 60, Dimut Karunaratne. A base price, $10,000. Does that help? Does somebody want to put up a paddle? $10,000? Raise the paddle? 10,000. Candy, taking advantage of the situation. Carpe diem. All right. Candy is at 10. Do we have 11? 11, 11, 11. I'm going to count 5. All of you had enough time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10,000 is our high bid. It's with Candy, and Candy, have your man at 10,000. If I were Dimut, I'd go and give Shahbaz and Chintaka a big hug right now. Of course, the team as well at Candy. Let's move on to number 63. Najmul Hussain Shanto. For Najmul Hussain Shanto, player number 63, we have base price of 40,000, if I'm not wrong. There we go. We have an opening bid, 40,000? No? Okay. Najmul Hussain Shanto, player number 63, not having an opening bid, passes. Next up, player number 59, Iftikhar Ahmed. Player number 59, Iftikhar Ahmed. Base price is set at our current high of 50,000. Dambula wish to offer me 50,000. Thank you. Anybody else at 55? Let's do this quickly. Anybody else at 55? Look at all the teams individually. Nobody else at 55. We've got another few seconds. Nobody else at 55. Dambula at 50,000. Fair warning. At 50,000, Dambula have the high bid. 50,000 for player number 59, Iftikhar Ahmed, and the player is with Dambula. Congratulations. However, there's a right to match. And the right to match is with Colombo. 50,000. Do you wish to match? Want to utilize the white ball? No? It's 50, not 15. So 50,000. Dambula, once again, congratulations. Number 62, and we have Numanidu Fernando, number 62. Numanidu Fernando is at 20,000 base price. Do we have a bidder? Any team at 20,000? 20,000? Does he fit into somebody's plans? No? Fair enough. Number 62, Numanidu Fernando. We have a bidder at 20,000. Jaffna, I want to come into the bidding pool here, 20,000. Thank you, Jaffna. Anybody else at 22? Let's do this quickly. Anybody else at 22? 22 is what we require to take this forward. 22, otherwise we have a high bid from Jaffna, which is base price at 20,000. 20,000, nobody else, fair warning, nobody else at 22. We do, Dambula, just in time, 22. Jaffna, do we have 24? Seem to get into a few tangles with Dambula. We have 24. We do. Dambula, 26. Jaffna, 28. Stay in. High bids with Dambula, 26. $28 to stay in. Thank you. 28 Jaffna. Dambula, 30 now. 30, they're strong. 32 Jaffna. You can't hesitate too long. 32 to stay in. The high bids with Dambula, 30,000. While you think, anybody else for 32? Anybody else for 32? It's wide open. Anybody else for 32? If not, I go back to Jaffna one last time. 32 they have. 34 now, Dambula, 34. 36 Jaffna. Jaffna, 36. 34 Dambula. I think we've reached towards the end of this bidding war. 34,000 Dambula, 36 Jaffna. One last call, one last request, one last thought, one last phone call. Maybe not. Dambula, 34,000. One last look. Fair warning, nobody else at 36, and Dambula, 34,000. For player number 62, Numanidu Fernando is with Dambula. Congratulations. However, there's a right to match. Colombo, you're right again. Take it ahead. Dambula, congratulations. And we get to the last player in this category, player number 61, Christopher Austin Lin. Chris Lin, player number 61. Base price being set at our LPL high of 50,000. Do we have a 50,000 taker for Chris Lin? 50,000. Last player in this category, 50,000. Anybody here today has the money, has the will, has the need? 50,000. Last call for Chris Lin. Or, for now, we will pass player number 61. Chris Lin also passes. Big thank you to Anil Mohan. Thank you, Anil, for all your hard work. One of the most stressed guys I've seen, but he takes it all. Anil, okay, thank you. Good luck to you and your team. It's that time of the day where all of us need to understand that we need to come back quickly. The last time there was a little kind of dawdle there, so do come back quickly. We have the usual 5 to 7 minute break, during which our good friends Roshan and Parveez will ensure that they chew into what's gone on so far. So time for a short break. Thank you very much. 6 minutes wait. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you. See you soon.
Thank you, Sharu. That was a brilliant job. I mean, it's not an easy job to do, but very well done. But let's start off. Let's just try and start off about this second phase of the auction. Well, my pick is Dasun Shahanaka. I mean, Candy picked him, good price, on a base of 50. There was a bidding war. Do you think he's got the right price, or he could have gone for a little bit more?
I think he deserved what he got. 85,000 is a good amount, and Candy going after him since they have Angelo Matthews. Surprised a little bit spending that much of money on Dasun Shanaka as an all-rounder. As I said, Angelo Matthews is still there, but shows the quality, shows his trust on Dasun by Vanadu Hasaranga. So it's a good sign, and he certainly deserved it. He had done a lot in T20 cricket for Sri Lanka, and it's thoroughly deserved. I'm very happy for him.
Well, the franchises have started to spend their money. Let's take a look at Candy. How generous or how they've spent their money. You think Candy have spent well? Is it a good spend? And if you look at the numbers or players they picked up.
I think Ramesh Mendis is a decent buy for 10,000. Off spinner can bat. Recently in the domestic T20 series, he's been in super form. Dimut Karunaratne, probably a backup opener for 10,000 again. Very, very, very cheap. But I reckon the core
Is
game.
that a surprise?
Looking at the last 4 years, picking up this year, Dimut Karunaratne, I'm a bit surprised. But again, the player has done so much for Sri Lanka cricket. Certainly deserves a go in LPL. And again, the core of the team looks fantastic. With Dasun Chana going into that team, that looks superb.
Now, I like to start thinking like a Dambulla owner because I still don't understand the strategy. I mean, if you look at some of the picks, very interesting picks. Tanushka Gunatilaka has been picked. Then Iftika has been picked. We're talking about Dambulla. But they let go some names and they got a lot of money left. Whom are they saving this for?
Hopefully for the likes of Pathum Nisanka, at least in the second round. Yeah, Danush Gunatilaka, after the ban, have not hit the purple patch yet. He has not been scoring heavily in domestic cricket, but I mean, I'm sure he will be looking forward to this opportunity. Iftikhar Ahmed, that's a big buy, hard hitter from Pakistan for 50,000 bucks. Nurul Fernando, surprise for me, 34,000, starting from 20,000. I mean, he's a young player, up and coming player. He'll be someone to look out for. And Akila Dhananjaya, 5 bowlers already in their retained players and going for another spinner shows the emphasis is on bowlers for Dambulla.
Now, let's very quickly, Lakshan Sandakan. How did he miss? I mean, we talk about wrist spinners. They got a big demand. They're in huge demand, in fact. Lakshan Sandakan was one of those players. That was past.
Yeah, definitely. I think I was a bit disappointed as well, looking at Lakshan.
So let's take a look at Colombo. Whilst we'll take a look at Colombo, we can talk about Lakshan Sandakan. We need to get through this quite quickly. So now Tuskin went for 50,000. There are quite a few 50,000s there. But about them, and then maybe we can focus on the rest.
Tuskin Ahmed, the form he's been in international cricket, I have no surprises that he has gone for that amount, and a good buy for Colombo Strikers. I think they have done their homework. They needed experienced fast bowler overseas, and they've gone for Tuskin to get that extract that extra bounce. Angelo Pereira retired, but still he's been among runs.
Still a force.
Still a force, and someone that can be a forceful for Charmika and Tisara Pereira as a leader. So he's someone that can keep an eye on as well. And Colombo Strikers have been busy looking at them, and clearly I see that they do have a plan going forward.
How do you see Gaul? How do you think their buying have been? You think they've been strategic? They've been smart?
They've been quite strategic, and with Chamara Kapagedra being there last year as well, they're very careful how they spend the money. Lairu Kumara, showing the loyalty, played for Gaul franchise last year, been picked up again. Prabhat Jayasuriya, though he's a test bowler, he can be a handful with the white ball as well. He's someone that we have to keep a close eye on. Sean Williams, great all-rounder, left-arm spinner, can bat in the middle order, good finisher. I think that's a smart buy by Gaul as well.
Right, finally it's Jaffna. Let's see how Jaffna has done.
Yeah, Dhananjaya De Silva was the last, and Pramod Madhushan, who did perform really well last year for Dambulla, has been picked for his base price. And they needed fast bowlers in this squad. They only got Azmatul Omar Zai to bowl with the new ball, and Pramod Madhushan is someone who can bowl with the new ball, bowl with the older ball, very experienced, domestic player, $20,000 bargain for me.
Well, I'll tell you. Do you think that some of these franchises, we speak about Candy, we speak about Jaffna, even Gaul, you think they've overspent? Or is it that Dambulla is just holding themselves back for some big names? Here we know Matisha Patirana is due. What are the other big names you think that Dambulla is aiming at?
Dambulla possibly can go back to Pathum Nisanka or Kusal Janit Pera because they need proper batsmen because there are so many bowlers in their squad, as I said. And for me, someone I'm looking forward to is Matisha Patirana. I'm pretty sure they'll be bidding war. But don't be
What
surprised.
about Dilshan Madhushankar? We're not even talking about him.
He's been already signed by Dambulla, so
yes.
retained.
Sorry.
Matisha
Well done.
Patirana, for me, I think Colombo strikers, they are holding on to that matching right. In case, if it passes, they will use the matching right because Matisha Patirana, this form he's been in, he's a global icon now. You cannot miss on that. So that's someone that I'm pretty sure our viewers as well be looking forward to watch that bidding war.
Indeed. So let's take a look at what purse or what kind of money is left in their purse. Now, quite a few franchises they've been spending. If you just look at what they have to spend, just tell me about Dambulla. Talk us to Dambulla, Maha. What about the money they have?
Yeah, I think Dambulla, Gaul, as well as the Colombo strikers. I think Colombo strikers, as well as Gaul Mav has got 264, 240. They have a lot of money to spend. And Candy has only got 197. They need to get much more players. They have to be very wise about how they spend. And yeah, hopefully Dambulla will break the bank for a couple of the players.
If Matisha Patirana goes at 100K, Candy is going to struggle.
I won't be surprised if Matisha Patirana goes for 100. If Dasun Chana goes 25, I think Matisha Patirana, I would say, if not 100, at least close to 100.
Right. So thank you, Maha. I think we are almost ready to start. So let's go across. Stephanie is standing by.
Hello and welcome back. You are watching the Lanka Premier League Player Auctions 2024. We are just waiting for all our teams to make their way back to the tables. I'm sure all of you are snacking, enjoying the excitement and the action that's happening. Thank you so much, Roshan and Farviz, for those wonderful insights. So once again, Colombo strikers, 12 total players, 4 of them international, 8 domestic. Laika's Jaffna Kings, 10 players, 4 of them international, 6 domestic. Beloved Candy, 11 players, 2 international, 9 domestic. Dambulla Thunders, 11 players, 3 international, 8 domestic. And Gaul Marvels with 12 players as well, with 4 international and 8 domestic, with almost half of their purse being used, as the total is 500,000. We're just waiting for all the tables to make their way up here. So all of you watching back home from around the world, we hope you're enjoying the excitement, the back and forth. It is quite exhilarating, I have to say. We are almost ready to commence again, just waiting for Dambulla Thunders to make their way to their table, as well as Gaul Marvels. All right. I think we're almost ready to begin. What a wonderful, exciting day it has been thus far. We are now moving on to our third round of auctions. And please put your hands together once more for our very handsome, extremely eloquent, very dapper, Charu Sharma.
Stephanie, you need an optician. Well, thank you. Okay. Gaul, we need a few more people on your team, but as long as you're there, we will take it. I'm very happy to invite first the treasurer of Sri Lankan cricket. I hope he's here, Mr. Sujiva Godaliada. Are you here, Sujiva? Let's go. Thank you. Sujiva, calling Sujiva, can you please assist with there you are, sir. Thank you, Sujiva. Please, come on up. Can we have an applause, please, for the treasurer, the man who has the money, Sri Lankan cricket? Thank you. Can't move a muscle without him. And let's get on to our next category. Next category is our fast bowlers' second category, and we will move on very quickly. First player in the category, number 72. Let's put on our auction hats all over again. Let's put on our franchise hats right away. Time to move into it very quickly. Number 72 comes up first, Jason Behrendorf. Jason Behrendorff comes up first. These are some heavy hitters in international cricket, and the base price is set at $50,000. Do we have a $50,000 bidder here? All the teams, Kandy, Gaul, Colombo, Jaffna, Dambola, 50,000. Jaffna, we started out at 50,000, thank you. Do we have 55 here today? Do we have 55? This is going to be pretty quick. You've decided. You can raise your paddle for 55. If not, then let's do this quickly. Jaffna, thank you for your opening bid, which is the current high bid at $50,000. Nobody else? Kandy, Gaul, Colombo, Dambola, anybody else for 55? No 55? That's fair enough. 50,000. Layer number 72, Jason Behrendorff. Jaffna, J&J, have their player, or yes, you do. Congratulations. Congratulations, Jaffna. Let's move on to player number 73. That's Binura Fernando. Binura Fernando, player number 73, is pegged at 40,000. Do we have an opening bid at 40,000? Do we have a team wishing to offer 40,000? I'll take another 4 seconds. 40,000, opening bid. Jaffna again. Do I get that right, Jaffna? Wow, 40,000, well done. That's going to build it up quickly. Go for them all. 40,000. Anybody else at 42? Anybody else at 42? No? Shake of the head, shake of the head, shake of the head. No? Colombo, 42. 44 then Jaffna. 44. 46, Colombo. 48, Jaffna. 48. 50, Colombo. That's the way to do it. Thank you. You just saved me about 28 seconds. 55, Colombo. 57 then. No, hang on. 60. Do we have 60? Jaffna. 60. I'll give you another 10 seconds. Colombo, thank you for 55. 60,000 Jaffna or anyone else. Of course, it's open still. Anyone else at 60? Late entrant? 60. One final look at Jaffna. Player number 73, Binura Fernando. We're looking for 60,000 from you, Jaffna, or any other team for another 10 seconds. If not, then Colombo are on the current high at 55. Your attention, please, all teams. 60,000 is the figure we're looking for. Jaffna, you particularly. We're running out of time, Jaffna. Thank you. Colombo, 55,000. Player number 73, Binura Fernando, barring this whole right to match thing. I forget who insisted, but barring the right to match, Colombo at 55, and we are done. There is this music dies because we have to wait for the right to match, and that is with Dambola. Do you wish to match it at 55,000? Very firm shake of the head. Colombo, congratulations. Music again, please. Player number 78 next, Richard Ngarava. Player number 78, Richard Ngarava. 30,000 is our base price. Do we have a bidder here for 30,000? Richard Ngarava. Player number 78. Base price 30,000. We don't have a bidder here for Richard. Then Richard Ngarava, for now, passes. Number 77 is up next. 77. Happy to read the whole name out. Nuwan Pradeep Roshan Fernando. There he is. 20,000 only to begin with. Dambola from Nod Bit of a shake. 20,000. Do we have 22? Look at all the teams evenly. Do we have 22? Not much time. Do we have 22? No. Dambula is at 20. Nobody else at 22, except Candy, who want to come in at 22. So we got to get 24 from you now, Dambula. 24 it is. 26, Candy. 26. We got 24 from Dambula. 26. 28, Dambula, to stay in. 28 it is. 30 now, Candy. 28 to Dambula. 30 from Candy or anyone else. 30. 30,000? No, I look back at Candy. 30,000. If not 28, Dambula, you've got the current high at 28,000. 30 it is from Candy. 32 to stay in now. 32. 32 it is. 34 now, Candy. From you first. Between Candy and Dambula, 34. We got 32 from Dambula, 34 Candy. If not, anybody else here while they think? Anybody else for 34? No? Okay. Candy, one last question, one last look. 34 it is. 36 now, Dambula. 36, Dambula. They're not going away in a hurry. 38. 38, Candy to stay in. 38. That's it? Thank you. 36,000 high bid. And I suspect you're seconds away from getting your player. Anybody else at 38? Last look, fair warning, last call. Nobody else. 36,000, player number 77, no one Pradeep Roshan Fernando, is with Dambula. Congratulations. However, there is a right to match, and that is with Candy. You also have a right to match? No. Okay. Dambula, congratulations. Well done. Number 79 is up next. Number 79, Garuka Sanket. Number 79, Garuka Sanket, is uncapped, and he will start at $5,000. Looks very, very young, Garuka. $5,000. Do we have a bidder? $5,000 for this fast bowler? Thank you, Gaul. 5,000. Anybody at 5,500? Till 10,000, move in 500s. Increments in 500s. We'll take you, Jaffna, at 5,500. Gaul, are you back at 6? 6,500, Jaffna. 7, Gaul. 7,500, Jaffna. 8, Gaul. 8,500, Jaffna. 9,000, Gaul. Last chance to go up in, well, last chance each. 9,500, Jaffna. 9,500. 10,000, Gaul. Last chance to go up in 500 is 10,000 is. Now 11, Jaffna. You're good for 11. While you hesitate, anybody else at 11? Anybody else wants to enter at 11? You got 10,000. No, Jaffna's back at 11. Gaul, 12. Let's do it at 12. 13 now, Jaffna. 13, we got 12. 13 inches from Jaffna, between Gaul and Jaffna. 14 now. Gaul, 14, go for it. 15, Jaffna. Jaffna, 15. Anybody else? Okay, Jaffna's 15. Gaul, are you back at 16? It's between Gaul. That's the way to do it. 20, thank you. Colombo is at 20. Gaul, you were the last high bid. Are you good for 22? This now goes up in twos. Colombo's at 20. Anybody else at 22? Jaffna, one look. 22. Anybody else at 22? Colombo, that's the way to do it. Just outbid everybody. 20. Anybody else at 22? No. Fair warning. Enough looks all over the place. Colombo strikers at 20,000. Player number 79, Garuka Sanket, and we are done. Congratulations. Let's move on to number 71. Number 71. Let me just sling this name out at you. Matisha Patirana. Okay. Base price. Dambula. That's the way to do it. 70,000 to Dambula. Who wants to argue at 75? 75 to stay in. 70. Well, the white ball is being tossed around, by the way. 75, anyone? I see you. 75, anyone? No. Okay, then we're all done. 75, anyone? $100,000 to Gaul Marvels. I think the white ball's kind of a little quiet right now. $100,000 to Gaul Marvels. Gaul Marvels, wow, $100,000. Anybody else at 105? There's no higher increment amount. We're not going up in tens. We'll stay at 5. 105, anyone? Last call. 105. That was a great bump up. Saved us some time. 105. No. One. You are currently the high at 100. You have the wisdom I don't. 120. Gaul up their own bid from 100 to 120,000. 120,000. Not now. A little later, when the hammer comes down, and of course there's this whole RTM business. So we'll wait. But if this doesn't get an applause from this room here, why are we here at all? 120,000 Gaul marvels. Last call, last chance to take it up to 125. 125, I don't see it. So let's do it in a more filmy, classical style. 120,000 to Gaul marvels going once. There's a lot of agitation everywhere, so it may not be that quick. 120,000 to Gaul marvels going twice. My third is a little slow. 120,000 is the high bid from Gaul. I'll give all teams an equal opportunity to get to 125. 120,000. I don't know about the right to match and all those beautiful things, but the ball's still going up in the air. However, before we get to the right to match and so on and so forth, I think this whole room, please, and everybody watching around the world, please put your hands together for Gaul marvels at $120,000. Wow. However, it's with, there is a right to match, which was explained very strategic. It was a tactic which may or may not be accepted by the team that's throwing up the white ball. However, Colombo has the right to match. Are you exercising it, sir? The right to match has been exercised by Colombo. Sorry, Gaul, but you were very, very brave. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hammer this again. Player number 71, Atisha Patirana, goes back to the Colombo Strikers. Maybe you can give him this ball as the magic ball. Okay. Whoa. Let's all take a deep breath and get on with this. Where were we? Oh, we have to get another name. Colombo, how many players do you have now? Colombo, in all this excitement, how many players do you already have? 15. You have a few dollars left, right? Okay. You need a minimum of another 5. Got more 4 overs. Oh, that's all right. Okay. Let's move on to player number 75. 75. Asita Fernando. Comes in at 40,000 is the base price. Let's go all the way back to 40,000. Gaul marbles at 40,000. Do we have 42 for now? When we get to 50, we'll go up in 5s. Do we have 42? Do we have 42? No. We'll be probably doing this very quickly again. 40,000, the Gaul marbles for player number 75, Asita Fernando. Do we have 42? Last call, last chance, last call, fair warning, last chance, nobody else. 40,000 gold marbles. Player number 75, Asita Fernando, and we are done. We have a right to match though, hold on. And that is with Jaffna. Okay. Ball, I don't know what's going on, but don't worry. It'll happen for you. Yeah? So player number 75, let's get the ball going. Asita Fernando, number 75, goes back to Jaffna. Congratulations. Colombo, I think I tossed the ball back to you. Bad move. Okay, I was so excited, threw the ball back. But there we go. So Jaffna has exercised, I think, and Colombo's exercised the right. Ball, it's okay. Don't worry. Goes back to Jaffna. All right. Next name. Uh, 5-second pause. Goal, may I ask you, everything okay? Big smile, thank you. You're a little worried there. Don't worry, okay. Number 74. 74, 74. Tim Saudi. Tim Saudi, number 74, is in the auction here, the LPL, and he, of course, has the expected tag of 50,000. Do we have a 50,000 bid for Tim Saudi? Shake of the head. I don't know about Jaffna, Colombo. Now that they've spent everything on one player, they're going to be very, very quiet for a while. Ball, 50,000? No. Candy, I don't know why I'm taking all these names, but if no one's interested with our opening bid at $50,000, then Tim Saudi for now passes. Number 80, Zahoor Khan. Number 80, Zahoor Khan from the Emirates Cricket Board. Is price 10,000. Somebody wishes to bid 10 or more? Now's the time for Zahoor. Thank you, Gold. 10,000. Anybody else at 11? 11? 11? No? Fair enough. 10,000 is the high bid, is the base price for number 80, Zahoor Khan. And Gold Marbles have that bid. Nobody else at 11? In which case for 10,000, the Gold Marbles, number 80, Zahoor Khan, is with you, sir. There's no right to match. Congratulations, Gold. A big thanks to Sujiva. Thank you very much. Can we have our next guest up, please? I hope he's here. The Executive Committee member of the SLC, Mr. Malan Ranasinghe. You here? At the back? Thank you. Please do join me up here on stage, and we will move on to the next category. Next category being spinners from the second category, as Mr. Ranasinghe joins me. Let's begin this next category. I have a suspicion that our next break will come towards the end of this category, unless we can squeeze another category in. So I don't wish to rush excessively, but if we can do this quickly, we might sneak another category before we have to take a very important break at about 2:53 to 2:55 sometime. So we have that little bit of time. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've got number 85 next, Mitchell Joseph Swepson. Mitchell Swepson. Player number 85. 30,000 is the base price set for Mitchell Swepson. Do we have a bid here? Second category of spinners. Do we have a bid here? Do we have a 30,000 bid? Final call. Do we have a 30,000 bid? Doesn't look like. Mitchell Swepson, for now, passes. Number 88 next. 88. Praveen Matthews. Praveen Matthews, number 88. Base price has been set at $5,000 for Praveen. We'll reconfirm that on the board quickly. There he is. Thank you very much. 5,000. Do we have a bid at 5,000? 5,000? Last call. 5,000. Do we have a bid for 5,000? 5,000? Doesn't look like. So Praveen Matthews, player number 88, passes. Let's move on to number 86, 86. Lakshita Manasinghe. Lakshita Manasinghe, player number 86. And let's get on with that auction. He is also billed at $5,000 base price. $5,000. We have a bidder at 5,000. Quick look around the house here. All 5 franchises? No? All right. I think I've done enough looking and enough talking. Lakshita Manasinghe, player number 86, also passes. Moving on to number 90, Qais Ahmed Kamawal. Qais Ahmed Kamawal. Number 90. Base price set at $30,000. Do we have a bidder for Qais? 30,000. $30,000. Do we have a bidder? That's the base price. No? I'll stop looking at Colombo. Might want to do your maths again. I'll look at all the rest of the teams. No? Okay. Player number 90, Qais Ahmed, also passes. Number 81, Tabrez Shamsi. Tabrez Shamsi at 40,000 is the base price. Do we have a bidder for Tabrez Shamsi? 40,000, we need a base price bid or higher. Tabrez Shamsi? No? Okay. Well, player number 81, Tabrez Shamsi, also passes. Number 91 next, Malsha Tarupati. Number 91, Malsha Tarupati will also begin at 5,000. You've done your homework and you want him. Thank you, Jaffna. Thank you, 5,000. Anybody at 5,500? 5,500. Last chance. Jaffna is at 5. Thank you. Nobody at 5,500? Ah, we got a bit of a contest with Gaul at 5,500. Are you back at 6? 6,500 Gaul. 6,500? I didn't hear that properly. That's the way to do it. 25,000 say Gaul. Marvels. Are you back at 27, Jaffna? Check of the head or no? 25,000 Gaul Marvels. Anybody else at 27? We're moving up in twos till we reach 50. Anybody else at 27? Last call. 27,000. No. Gaul. That's a fabulous bump up to 25,000. I don't see any contest here. Nobody else at 27. In which case, player number 91, Malsha Tarupati, 25,000. Gaul Marvels. Congratulations, however. That truncated music means only one thing. There is a right to match, and it is with Candy. You have a right to match. Quick shake of the head. Okay. Gaul, once again, congratulations. Let's go to number 82. Okay, 82. Nimesh Vimukti. 82. Nimesh Vimukti is set at 10,000. Do we have a bidder at the base price? 10,000. $10,000. No bidder at 10,000. And player number 82, Nimesh Vimukti, is hereby passed. Number 83 next, Ish Sodi. Ish Sodi, number 83, is also pegged at a base price of 30,000. Do we have a 30,000 bidder here today? 30,000, Ish Sodi. Wait another 5 seconds. Ish Sodi, player number 83. If there's no interest at the base price of 30,000, passes. Number 84 next. 84. Tarindu Ratnayake. Tarindu Ratnayake, number 84, is set at 10,000. Base price set at 10,000. Do we have a bidder? A team interested? 10,000. Last call for 10,000, or we'll have to pass him. 10,000. Doesn't look like, so we'll let him go. Player number 84, Tarindu Ratnayake, is now passed. We're reaching that point where we might need to take a break. Should we do this now or run another category? I think we might take a break sometime soon. What's the call at the back? Break now-ish? Is that a yes? After one, well, we'll see. Okay, we'll, even if we have to stop in the middle of a category, that's okay, because a break's a break. It doesn't matter. Let's move on to number 87. Ashley Nurse. Number 87. Pegged at $30,000. Do we have a $30,000 bidder here? Doesn't look like. You've all done your homework. You know whether you want him or not. In case you don't worry. Player number 87. A special number in Australia. Ashley Nurse also passes. Penultimate name in this category, number 89. PhD Kaushal. For Kaushal, 89, the bid has been, the base price has been set at $5,000. Do we have a $5,000 bidder? Any team at 5,000? No? Okay. Number 89, PhD Kaushal, also passes. Is the last player in the category? Finished. Last player in the category, Yasir Shah. Yasir Shah, number 92. Number 92, Yasir Shah, is the base price set at 20,000. Do we have a bidder at 20,000? $20,000. Do we have a bidder? While I wait, I don't want to give this player any extra time, but that's just how it works. Supriya, do we have time for another category? Can we start another category? Yes? Okay, so we'll start another category after this because we've got a little bit of time. Or what we'll do is maybe just check the figures of every team instead of getting in another category. That's what we'll do. All right. Last call for player number 92. Is there any interest for player number 92 at 20,000? Last call. 20,000. Before I put the name away, what we will do is, and just before we take a break, is flash the figures for every team up on the screen. Shabazz? If we can do that from the back, then we will check, get an okay from everybody before we take a break. This is an important break. The figures are behind us, so let me give you a little bit of time Candy, if you study these figures, are you good with what you have left and your right to match and your total composition? You have 11 players so far. Are you good with it? Can we see a paddle raised in acceptance of the fact that, thank you, sir. Let's move on to goal. Goal, you've got 14 players. Those are your figures. Are you good with it? Paddle, please, if you're good with it. Thank you. Colombo, strikers. Can we go through your figures here and get your acceptance through raising of the paddle? I was deeply buried somewhere after that 120, but thank you. Okay, all good. Jaffna. Jaffna, you good with the figures? No confusion, I hope. Jaffna, can we just raise the paddle? Let everyone know that you are in acceptance. Thank you very much. And finally, Dambula. That's where you are. 12 players. Fantastic. Candy, you got a bit of catching up to do. You got only 11, the lowest number so far. However, that gives us time to find out any bidders for player 92. Yasir? No? Yasir Shah also passes for now. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We end yet another category right now. We'll take a slightly longer break. I should think about 7 or 8 minutes, not too long. And we hope that all of you will return and we can resume the auctioning of season 5 of the LPL in about 7 or 8 minutes or so. But thank you very much. If you wish, because of all the fabulous bidding so far, let's give everybody here a nice round of applause. Thank you. Well done. And we go back to Roshan and Parvez.
Yeah, very interesting. Absolutely. Very, very interesting. Buys and rejections and the money's left. So much to talk about. But let's start with Matisha. I think you were talking about Matisha Patirina. You were saying that people are going to have these matching rights. And you were talking about the money that a team would be looking to spend on. That is the highest ever spent on a LPL auction.
It thoroughly deserves every penny he's going to earn. I mean, that boy hailing from Kandy, the way he came to the under-19s, the way he made a name for himself in the under-19s, and then playing Chennai Super Kings again, playing for Sri Lanka. I think that's a massive call. $120,000, and you have $500,000 purse. That's a lot of money invested by Colombo. And interestingly, he played for them last year, and the matching rights. I mean, there was no second thoughts for them. Sagar Khanna straight away, he matched it, and I'm not surprised at all.
So you think even 150 would have been matched?
I'm pretty sure Sagar would have gone
Now,
for it.
let's see what it has done to the Colombo purse. I think it has been reduced a lot. So their buying power has reduced a lot here, Ma. So do you think they got this? They're scored in. If you look at the numbers there, how much do they have? They just got $45,000. So that's not much, really.
And when you look at the core of the team, Chamika, Nipun, Tisara, Sadira, those guys will play. Then you got Taski Nama, the overseas, Ramula Gurbaz, the overseas. Vellalage was a fantastic buy. And you got Bindra Fernando, Karuka Sanke, the young slinger hailing from the south, being bought in. And Matisha Patirina. Look at the pace attack. Bindra, Matisha Patirina, Taski Nama, Garuka Sanket, and Chamiti bowling.
So their bases are covered.
All bases are covered. And maybe, I think they probably go for the batsmen who are not that expensive, probably the 5,000, 10,000.
No Patum Nissanka even for a second option.
That will be very, very hard because only 45,000. I think Colombo strikers, if they had the option, they would have gone for Patum Nissanka on the first go when they had the opportunity. Patum didn't have the best of LPL when it came to last year. So that would have been triggered, but I'm hopefully,
But
as
that
I
can
said,
never be a reason, right? Because he's one of the top batters for Sri
I mean,
Lanka.
he's surprised not only you and me, many of us. So hopefully in the second round, Patum will be a buy. But Colombo strikers for me so far has bought the best players, and they got a very, very strong squad.
Right, what about Jaffna now? How much of money do they have to spend? Let's take a look. They got a decent amount. 138 is not bad. I mean, they got something to spend, but you like that combination?
And Asita Fernando, matching rights was used by Jaffna. Initially it was Gaul Marvis who wanted to go for Asita. Right call again. They needed some experience in their bowling lineup. Berendorf, yes, overseas, but how much has he played in subcontinent conditions is a question to be asked. But Asita Fernando lately has been the spearhead with the one day as well as in the test side. So I think he deserves all the penny he's going to get, and hopefully, he can turn out well for
Now,
Jaffna.
I'm going to put you in a spot here. Let's talk about Dambulla. I mean, look at the money they have left and look at the players they have bought. There were quite a few options that they have ignored. They bought quite a few, but they got a lot of money left.
Looking at that squad, only 5 batters as far as I see it. So that's a bit of a concern. They need to be much more smart, and they got to. I mean, usually we say spend it wisely, but in this case, spend it how much you have in best players. That's what should Dambulla do. Because looking at that bowling attack, yes, it looks a fantastic bowling lineup. Nuwan
Where are
Pradeep
the
has been
runs?
born.
Where are the runs?
Runs is the problem. Dhanush Tilaka, Nuwan Fernando, those guys have not been in super form, so you need some big names coming in.
So does it surprise you the way they have picked their side, the combinations?
I think not only me, Roshan,
But
a
I
lot
think,
of
I
us.
think we need to go quickly to Candy. Let's look at Candy quickly. Sorry, Maha, I had to stop you there, but then we need to move on quickly. What about Candy?
Yeah, smart buy so far. Again, the Go has been the start standout, and lately they have not bought any players. Last was Dimut Karunaratne, and they got a remain pace of 197,000. So I reckon they will go for more local batters. Looking at that squad, they need some quality when it comes to local batters. And Vanidu being, I'm pretty sure over the phone with the officials over here,
But
be
do
wanting that.
they have the quality? That's the question. Gaul is the last team out of these 5-team tournaments. So let's see what they have done and how well they have spent and how smart they've been.
They've been smart. Zaur Khan is a good buy for 10,000. Malsha Tarupati, young man, making a big name for himself in domestic cricket, has been bought for 25,000. So I reckon, again, Gaul as well has been very tactful. They've got some good, decent players. They got experience in Dikwella, the Cruz Pulles, Dikwellas, Banu Rajapakshas. They got the experience. They have the local talent as well when it comes to domestic. So I think they too will wanting the younger players to be brought in.
What's the best team so far?
I would say Colombo strikers on paper, 100%.
So what options do Dambulla have? I mean, they have not picked many.
Again, I'm going back to Prathum Nissan, Kusal Janitara. That has to be, you need the core Sri Lankan players playing in the LPL, and Dambulla is crying for it.
Definitely, Dambulla is crying for it. Now, the news is that Star is going to leave us very, very shortly. But the good news is that we'll have all the other coverage happening on the other platforms. So don't go too far away. Stay with us. It is the IPL auction.
Good in the gap, that's ball. Oh, what a catch! It's unbelievable! There we go. Right on cue. He's a performer. That's it. We love Candy and champions.
LPL Auction 5, it's becoming very, very interesting. It is hotting up, as we said. We do know that some teams have almost finished up their purse. Some of them do have money. We spoke about Dambulla. They have a lot of money left. But the problem will be for Colombo, because now that's how it looks, Maha. So, well, Dambulla has a lot of work to do. But my question here is, do they have the resources in terms of players available? Yes, Pathum Nissanka is an option if they go back like a second time. Kusal Pereira is an option. They can look at that. But they do need batters.
They absolutely need batters. And, those two names you just mentioned are big names. If Dambulla can get them, I think that'll be ideal for them. But I reckon, looking at the trend what Dambulla is going, they'll be targeting young domestic players to get into the 11.
Now, there are lots of young cricketers that are available for the teams to pick. So now what would be the strategy now? So, I mean, they picked the core. I mean, they picked the nucleus. Now, what would they be looking at? Because obviously these players are going to be the supporting players. So what kind of players do you think teams will be looking at now? Let's take, for example, the case of Colombo. They're not going to invest. They don't have money to invest. So whom would they look at?
I mean, also what teams will remember is they got to play one under-23 play in every game. So
some of them have picked.
Have picked most.
Arupati and Sanket are under 23.
I'm talking overall when it comes to players. That's something that 5 teams will look into. At least 2 under-23 players in their squad, so that one can play and one will be in the squad. But tactically, I reckon, as you said, Colombo doesn't have much money, so they will target the younger players. Hopefully, Dambulla, as I said, they will have to target the bigger players. And all these last 4 years, Jaffna has done really well in the auction. And I'm sure strategically, Avishek Gunawardhan and the team will be making the mathematics right and get the right players in. Because that team has experience, don't get me wrong, but they need some quality coming in as well.
See, how disappointed would a team be when they have money left in the bank and they haven't got their best players or got good players? I mean, you talk about smart buying. Now, Colombo has bought, they got just 45,000 left, but let's take Dambulla again. I mean, Dambulla is an example we can talk of. What about that?
Yeah, I think they have to be much more tactful how they tackle about it. Leaving money in the bank doesn't win you trophies. With that score, I don't think they'll come nowhere near to win the trophy. So, and also what we have to remember, this year the LPL is going to Dambulla as well, so that's a home advantage in the first round. So you need to pick a proper team. So I reckon at least after the break they'll get their heads around it and get some good local talent when it comes to experience and get some young domestic players covering the bases.
Very quickly, quick question. How depleted do you think, or do you think Jaffna has covered Patisara and Mahesh Deekshit?
Yeah, almost. We're looking at the squad and Charita Salanka, captain the side. That looks a good side on paper with Asida Fernando also been matching right has been used. I think still another fast bowler, another experienced fast bowler, maybe an experienced spinner, someone who's in the cap. Would be targeted by Jaffna.
See, we talk about fast bowlers, a lot of fast bowlers, but some wrist spinners have been kind of neglected or ignored. The leg spinner, Van der Sey. Then also we spoke about Sandakan. Now, two wrist spinners are considered match spinners. How do you think teams didn't go for them?
I think wrist spinners are gold dust in T20 cricket especially. And Lakshan Sandakan, Jeffrey Van der Sey, though they missed out in the first round, I'm pretty sure the teams definitely will have an eye, depending how much money left on their purse.
Right, it is the LPL auction. It's season 5 and we are almost ready to restart. Let's go across and join Stephanie again.
Thank you very much, Roshan and Farviz. So we are still waiting for everyone to join us back up in the room. For all of you watching, I'm sure that was such an exciting round of bidding. The bidding wars were really thrilling, actually. And we had two teams using their right to match, Colombo Strikers and Jaffna Kings. Definitely a thrilling moment. It was a war. Hopefully more of that coming up soon on our 4th round. We do invite all the teams to make their way back to their tables, the Sri Lanka cricket table, the Colombo Strikers, as well as the Gaul Marvels. Please do make your way back into the room. It's been super exciting. I'm sure all of you back home, you are enjoying your snacks. This is being broadcast right now on so many different channels, sports channels, as well as online. So thank you for joining us for this very historic moment, because players are made into stars right here. So history is being made. Once more, we have our tables here. Dambulla Thunders, Laika's Jaffna Kings, Colombo Strikers, Gaul Marvels, and Beloved Candy. We are also going to bring back up on stage our master auctioneer. Please put your hands together once more for Charu Sharma.
Thank you, Stephanie, once again. I know you're trying to work up the excitement, and there were 8 people that actually applauded, so not bad. We'll take it. Okay, we need a few people back on the teams. Till then, we have no choice but to waffle, because we can't have an auction if the teams are empty. Mr. Pereira, thank you very much for holding Colombo single-handedly, but I hope we have them. We do have the rest of the team. Gaul, we could use Shabazz. We could use Gaul. If somebody could please invite them back on. They've done very well so far. I think there are 14 or 15 players, which is not bad at all. So let's remind everybody here, those who may not remember or know, that each team has to have a minimum of 20 players. Some teams have reached 15, 14. That's doing very well. And of course, teams can take a maximum of 24 players. So once you're at 20, you can breathe a sigh of relief. But as we were mentioning to all the teams a little earlier, and in the spirit of things, because ultimately it's about the players first, always, we would all be delighted if teams then move on to try and get to that figure of 24. rather than have a little bit of money left, because, I mean, you can make it, or at least start out some dreams for those who eventually find some space in each one of the teams in the Lankan Premier League. All about aspiration also for those who can somehow find a place in a team. Imagine the atmosphere of being with the Lanka Premier League team as a youngster. So much to learn, so much to gain. And of course, it's all about the future as well. For those who you might take in positions number 21, 22, 23, 24, in case you have the space and the money, of course. All right. I hope he's here. It's my pleasure to now invite the head of administration, Sri Lanka Cricket, Mr. Aruna De Silva. Silva, thank you very much for your presence. We'll need you here now for the next category. The next category is wicketkeepers second lot. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to it. Let's focus again. Let's bid again. Let's enjoy this day again. We'll begin with player number 93. So you can shake it up. Player number 93, Thomas William Maxwell Latham. Tom Latham is the first one up. Number 93, 50,000 is the base price. We have a bidder, Tom Latham, at 50,000, opening bid. I know it takes a little bit of refocus when you come back after a break, so I'm going to take just a few more seconds over this. Do we have a bidder? I'm going to look at every team just to seek their focus as well and draw their attention. Colombo, draw your attention. Glad you're here. Gaul, Candy, no, Candy, just to get your attention. Thank you. Okay, player number 93, Tom Latham, passes. Number 97 is next. Shay Hope. Shay Hope, next, player number 97, at 40,000. Do we have a bidder at 40,000? Shay Hope. I'll wait another few seconds to allow you to make up your mind if he fits your bill, if he fits your scheme of things. Shay Hope at 40,000. No bidder yet? Okay, Shay Hope passes. Number 101, Josh Phillip. Maybe I can say Philippe. Josh Phillip, player number 101. 20,000 is the base price. To confirm, there he is. Do we have a bidder at 20,000? Left to right and a right to left look. Doesn't look like. So player number 101, Josh Phillip, also passes. Number 98 is next, Vishad Randika. 98, Vishad Randika. We'll begin at 5,000. Do we have a base price bid for Vishad? 5,000? Okay. Jaffna, Justin, thank you. Anybody at 5,500 to compete with Jaffna? Do we have a bidder at 5,500? Probably not. Okay then, Jaffna to confirm. Player number 98, Vishad Randika at 5,000 goes to you. Congratulations. Thank you, Jaffna. Let's move on to 104. Anjala Bandara. Anjala Bandara, player number 104. Also begins at 5,000. Do we have another team wishing to offer, willing to offer 5,000? $5,000. Do we have a bidder? Doesn't seem so. Okay then. Player number 104, Anjala Bandara, also passes. Number 99 is next, Sarfaraz Ahmed, number 99. And for him, we'll begin the bidding at $20,000 for Sarfaraz. Do we have a bidder at 20,000? Looking at all the teams evenly, do we have a bidder for 20,000? Sarfaraz Ahmed. Wait another 5 seconds, another 2 looks around the room. 20,000. Opening bid, base price, no. Sarfaraz Ahmed passes. Let's move on to number 103, Mohammad Shahzad. Mohammad Shahzad, number 103, is pegged at a base price of 10,000. Do we have a bidder for Mohammad Shahzad? 10,000. $10,000. No. Wait another 4 seconds for no good reason. Do we have a bidder for Mohammad Shahzad? Okay, probably not right now, right here, maybe later, who alone knows. Mohammad Shahzad also passes. Number 96 is up next, Shehan Fernando. Number 96. We'll also begin at 5,000. Thank you, Colombo. 5,000. Do we have 5,500? 5,500, anyone? Draw your attention. We've got 5,000 from Colombo, the base price. That is our current bid and our high bid. 5,000, nobody else at 5,500. For player number 96, Shehan Fernando, Colombo Strikers at 5,000. Done. Congratulations. Let's move on to a number that means everything in cricket, sadly, because if you make 98 or 92, it could be for a winning cause. But 100, everybody keeps looking for 100 for some reason. It's just one of those things about cricket. Oh, he made 100. What about his fantastic 93? Nobody bothers. 100. But anyway, number 100, 100, Krishan Sanjula. Krishan Sanjula. 100, $5,000. Do we have it here today? For number 100, Krishan Sanjula. Number 100 also passes. Let's get back to number 95, Azam Khan. Number 95, Azam Khan will begin at the base price of 50,000. Azam Khan. Do we have a bidder? 50,000? Do we have a team interested? Doesn't seem so. Player number 95, Azam Khan, also passes. 102, Ranesh Silva. 102, Ranesh Silva. Base set at $5,000. Do we have a bidder for Ranesh Silva at $5,000, the base price? Thank you, Dambula. 5,000. Do we have a 5,500 bidder? Do we want to take it up by 500? Any team 5,500? Doesn't look like. 5,000, Dambula. You have the base price, you have the high price, and you may have the winning price in another 5 seconds. $5,000, Ranesh Silva, number 102, Dambula Thunders, and we are done. Congratulations. And we get to the last player in this category, number 94. Number 94, Kamil Ishara. Number 94, Kamil Ishara. We'll begin at 10,000. There he is. A look at Kamil, 10,000. We have a bidder, interested party at 10,000. Do we have a 10,000 bidder? Doesn't look like. Wait a little longer. If there's nobody. Okay, in which case, can we please put our hands together for Mr. Aruna De Silva? Thank you for joining us. Head of Admin, SLC, Kamil passes. Let's get to our next guest here. To accompany me up on stage, can I please request the Head of National Development, Kamal Dharmasiri, to join me. Thank you, Kamal. Okay, player number 117. Let's get some energy here. We got one of the big guys of Sri Lanka right in front of me. Won't name him because he has privacy situations, but good to see him here. Number 117, can we have Kieran Otley? 117, Kieran Otley. Base price set at $30,000. 30,000. Do we have a bidder here? 30,000. Attention, please, everybody. Let's focus. 30,000. We will try and race along, but we still need to breathe a bit. 30,000. Nobody. All right. Kieran Otley, for now, passes. Moving on to 108. Colin Monroe. Colin Monroe, 108. Is on base price of 50,000. So we have an interested franchise. 50,000, Colin Monroe. Wait another few seconds. 50,000. Okay, I get the picture. Colin Monroe passes. Moving on to 109. Sohan De Oliveira. Sohan De Oliveira, 109, will begin at $5,000. Do we have an interested party, a franchise at $5,000? Thank you, Dambola. 5,000. Somebody else at 5,500? 5,500. Somebody wants to stay in this battle? You'll offer 5,500. Doesn't look like, Dambola. So for $5,000, player number 109, Sohan De Oliveira, is with Dambola. So, sorry. Truncated music. All right. And the right to match is with Gaul. Gaul, at $5,000, do you wish to exercise your right to match? Are you with me? Sorry, Gaul. $5,000, right to match. Pick of the head everywhere. I'm somehow not convinced. Yes? Okay. Dambola, you were at 5, and it's back to you. Congratulations. $110, 110. Henry Michael Nichols. Henry Nichols, 110. Going to be based at 50,000. Do we have a bidder at 50,000? Do we have the money? Do we have the interest? 50,000. I don't see any paddles going up. Don't see any. Wait. Let me give us some more time. Don't see any of that. So, player number 110, Henry Nichols, also passes. Number 111. Sadisha Rajapaksa. Sadisha Rajapaksa, 111, set at $5,000. Gaul, thank you for 5,000. Anybody else at 5,500? Any other interest at 5,500? Gaul's at 5,000. Nobody at 5,500? Last call. Fair warning. Nobody else at 5,500. Gaul's bid 5,000 for it. And Gaul, player number 111, Sadisha Rajapaksa, is with you. Congratulations. Let's move on to player number 118, Craig Irvine. Craig, player number 118, Craig Irvine. 118. It's set at 10,000. Let's go. Somebody. 10,000. All quiet. The SLS. LPL front. All quiet. Okay. Player number 118, Craig, also for now passes. 107 is up next. Kaveen Bandara. Kaveen Bandara, 107, beg your pardon. 107. And he will begin at $5,000. Thank you, Colombo. 5,000. Welcome back. 5,000. Anybody else at 5,500? 5,500. Now's the time. 5,500. If not, then we might hammer it down for Colombo Strikers. 5,000 is their opening bid. It's the high bid. It's the base price. And I don't see 5,500. So Colombo Strikers for $5,000. Player number 107, Kavin Bandara, is with you. Congratulations. Next number up is 113, Asif Ali. 113, Asif Ali. 113, base price set at $40,000. Is there a bidder for 40,000 to begin with? Asif Ali, 113. I might continue to get quicker. Please forgive me. But we have to move on very quickly. There are hundreds of players left. So for 113, Asif Ali, if there's no bid at his base price of 40,000, Asif Ali also passes. Please do assist me with your opening bid as soon as possible, because then I know there's somebody interested. And of course, if nobody else wants to bid thereafter, that's fine. But the opening bid is very important. 115, Mark Chapman. 115, Mark Chapman will begin at $30,000. Do we have interest? $30,000, Mark Chapman. Doesn't look like. And Mark, sorry about this, 115, Mark Chapman also passes. 114 is up next, Patham Kumara. Patham Kumara, number 114, set at $5,000 the base price. Do we have interest? Doesn't look like. No paddles going up. Fair enough. 114, Patham Kumara passes. Number 116 is next. Haris Sohail. Haris Sohail. 116. 20,000 the base price. Bidding will begin at 20,000. If there's interest, begin the bidding at 20,000. If there's no interest, then number 116, Haris Sohail, will pass. 105 is next. Pulindu Pereira. 105, Pulindu Pereira. Bidding begins at 5,000 for Pulindu. Do we have a 5,000 bid here? Any team interested? Any franchise? 5,000? No paddle goes up. 105, Pulindu Pereira passes. Roshan, should we get your paddle? Number 106 is next. Lendl Simmons, 106. Do we have interest for Lendl Simmons at 106? Base price is 50,000. Do we have a team interested in Lendl Simmons at 50,000 here today? If not, 106. Lendl Simmons also passes. The last name in this category, player number 112, Evan Lewis. Evan Lewis will begin at 40,000. Evan Lewis, 40,000. That's the base price. That's where we will begin. If there's interest, we need to know in the next 4 or 5 seconds. 40,000. Look all around. No? Okay. Then number 112, Evan Lewis also passes. Thank you, Mr. Dharmasri. Thank you very much. I'm pleased to next call upon the head of marketing of SLC, Upul Bandar. Upul, are you here? If he's just outside, we'll wait for a few seconds. If he's not, we'll move on. So it's like our bidding. We're going to give 5 seconds, or maybe 10, to see if Mr. Upul Bandar is here. Oh, there he is. The head of marketing. Put your hands together for Upul. The next category is fast bowlers of another category. As we begin this category, just another reminder, all teams know about their under 23 player situation, so please be aware. As a reminder to pay attention to your under 23 category. You know all the rules by now, probably better than me, so please do keep that in the front of your mind, not the back of your mind. Let's begin with player number 132, Udit Madhushan. Udit Madhushan, player number 132. All pegged at 5,000. Do we have a bidder for Udit? I apologize again for now continuing to be quicker and quicker in the interest of everybody here and those watching around the world. We're trying to do this quickly so we can keep your interest going. Okay. Udit, player number 132. Do we have a 5,000 bid? No? Udit Madhushan, player number 132, passes. (127) is next. Ben Lister. 127, Ben Lister. 20,000 is set as the base price. We have a 20,000 interest here today. 20,000. Everybody knows their players. Everybody knows who they want. If there's no interest, we'll move along very quickly. Player number 127, Ben Lister. If there's no bids, then Ben also passes. Number 126 is up next. Mohammad Shiraz. 126, Mohammad Shiraz. 10,000 is the base price. Do we have a bidder for 10,000? 10,000. Mohammad Shiraz passes. I can still see well enough, I think, but that was a late call, and fair enough. As I mentioned earlier, if a player is going, we're happy for the player. If some team wishes, we'll rewind the clock and the number. 126, let's see him again, if possible, please. Mohammad Shiraz. There's a 5,000 bid from Gaul Marbles. Anybody else 5,500? 10,000, beg your pardon. What am I saying then? Okay, Mohammad Shiraz. 126 is at 10,000. Your bid's 10,000? Do we have 11? Do we have 11? Last call, last chance. 11,000? I'm just giving this a little more time, just to let everyone know we're back on Mohammad Shiraz. We're back on opening bid, 10,000. Anybody at 11? If not, fair warning, last call, and we are done. Goal, Mohammad Shiraz, 126. Thank you. What did I say to begin with? Did I say 10,000 to begin with? Okay, so we're all right then. Stepped up a little later. Well done. Let's get to 119. Colombo, thank you for the reminder. Somebody who's listening. Didn't think you were because you're deep in conversation about all sorts of things, but obviously somebody's listening. Okay. 119. Zaman Khan. 119. 50,000 for Mr. Khan. Who wants to begin bidding at 50,000? For another few seconds. Nobody? In which case, 119, Zaman Khan passes. (124) is next. Shiran Fernando. 124, Shiran Fernando is up at 10,000 in terms of a base price. Someone wish to offer 10 or more? Now's the time. Shiran Fernando, 10,000. It doesn't appear so. So if there's no bidding for number 124, Shiran Fernando passes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Muhammad Shariful Islam. One, two, three. Muhammad Shariful Islam is a 30,000 start. Come up soon. Is he there yet? Let's put him on. 1, 2, 3. Muhammad Shariful Islam. Let's see him anyway. We'll wait. Okay, well, he's there at the bottom of the screen. Shariful Islam, 30,000. Do we have a bidder? Take enough time over this. If not, then number 1, 2, 3, Shariful Islam passes. Number 1 to 1, Muhammad Hasnain. Number 1 to 1, Muhammad Hasnain. Bidding begins at his base price of $30,000. $30,000 for Muhammad Hasnain. Any takers here today? Thank you, Candy. Oh, it's been a while since somebody bid for anybody. 1 to 1, Muhammad Hasnain, Candy, 30,000. Do we have 32? 32? 32? Doesn't look like. Candy, 1 to 1, Muhammad Hasnain, you have the bid of 30,000 and that will be successful. Congratulations. Number 122. Milan Ratnayaka. 122. Milan Ratnayaka will begin at 10,000. 10,000 to be here? Anyone? Do we see a paddle? 10,000? 10,000? Okay, doesn't look like. So player number 122, Milan Ratnayaka also passes. $129 is up next, Lizard Williams. Number 129, Lizard Williams. Bidding begins at $20,000 for Lizard Williams. Do we have a bidder? 20,000? An interested team, franchise, 20,000? Doesn't look like, no paddles going up, no interest being shown. So number 129, Lizard Williams, also passes. Number 128, Lahiru Samarakun next. Lahiru Samarakun. Number 128. 10,000 is where we start the bidding. $10,000. Thank you, Dambula. Welcome back. $10,000. Anybody else at 11? 11,000? We have a battle for Lahiru. It's always between the two of you. What's up? Jaffna at 11. Dambula 12. 12? Battle please for the cameras. 12. Thank you. 13. Jaffna. 13. 14. Dambula. 13,000 Jaffna. Shake of the head from Dambula. 13,000 Jaffna has the current high. Anybody else at 14? 14. We've got 13,000. Do we have 14? I'll look to all the teams one last time. Fair warning. Okay. 13,000 is the high, and that's with Jaffna. Correct? Okay. Nobody else at 14? I think we're all done. 13,000 for player number 128. Lahiru Samarakun. To Laikas, Jaffna, Kings. Done. Congratulations. Hold on. Thank you for holding on the music. We have a right to match. Goal for 13,000, the right to match. Not interested? Jaffna, congratulations. I think we only have about 2 or 3 left in this category. Number 130 is up next. Isita Vijayasundara. Isita Vijayasundara, number 130. Also pegged at a starting price of $5,000. Base price, $5,000. Do we have interest at $5,000? Doesn't appear so. 130, Isita Vijayasundara. Just in time. Could have always brought him back. Colombo Strikers, thank you, 5,000. Anybody else at 5,500? Anybody else at 5,500? Last call. 5,500. I look at all sides of the room. Nobody at 5-5. Colombo strikers are at 5,000. And the player, number 130, Isita Vijayasundara, is with Colombo strikers. Congratulations. Next up, number 125. Number 125, Jacob Duffy. 125, Jacob Duffy. And bidding will begin at $20,000 for Mr. Duffy. Do we have a bidder here for $20,000 or more? Now's the time. Jacob Duffy, 20,000. Doesn't appear so. Number 125, Jacob Duffy. Pass it. Dangerous to sort of pull up your cuffs. Passes. I've already got the looks from you earlier saying, well, what about us? So I kind of keep a special eye. You know, even if you do this, I'm kind of, oh, hold on. So, okay. 131. 131's up next. Ishan, beg your pardon, Malinga. Ishan Malinga, 131. 131. Bidding begins at $5,000. Is there interest? All around the house here, all around this wonderful room at the Hilton. Jaffna, thank you. Lanka's Jaffna Kings wish to offer 5,000. Does somebody wish to offer 5,500 here to take it forward? 5,500 required? Keep Ishan Malinga going in the auction. Otherwise, Lanka's Jaffna Kings at $5,000 with fair warning. We're happy to conclude. They have the high bid of $5,000 for player number 131, Ishan Malinga. Done. Congratulations, Jaffna. Last one in the category, number 120. Isuru Udana, Tilakaratna. Number 120. Wasn't me. Maybe Yusuru saying, come on, somebody. 120, 30,000. Okay. If you are raising a paddle for 30, I hear something else from Gaul. Say it again. Louder. Okay. My hearing's not so bad so far. Isuru Udana, number 120. I think there looks all around the room here saying, what? Did we hear correctly? Me too. I said, did I hear correctly? But I did ask him 3 times. And I'm glad to say that Gaul Marbles want to cut short everybody else here and wish to offer. Gaul, I need your attention. Please don't divert. Right here, please. $100,000 for number 120. Do we have 105? I have to ask. 105, Candy, Colombo, Jaffna, Zambula. Everybody's like, what's going on? However, Gaul Marbles are saying at $100,000, then number 120, Isuru Udana Tilakaratna, is with us. However, there is a right to match. Let's save our applause for the next 3 seconds or so. And the right to match is with Candy, $100,000. No? Gaul Marbles, $100,000. Congratulations, brilliant. A round of applause also for Opul Bandar. Thank you very much. Head of Marketing, Sri Lanka Cricket. Thank you. Can I please have the pleasure next of calling up Mr. Mahesh Bopagamage. if you'll join us, please. Head of Finance, SLC. Special welcome. Always a big bow for the man who... Let's move on to the next category. We're back to batsmen, and we get to number 143. 143. 143, Mohammad Wasim. 143, Mohammad Wasim will begin at 20,000. Mohammad Wasim. 20,000, do we have a bidder? Ah, Colombo, well done. 20,000. We have 22 from any other team. 22. Doesn't appear so. So let's do this quickly. For Mohammad Wasim, play number 143. The high bid is the base price of 20,000. It's with Colombo Strikers, and there's nobody else at 22. Fair warning. Look around the room a few times, in which case Colombo Strikers at 20,000, play number 143. Done. Goes to you, Colombo. Congratulations. Moving on to play number 140, 140. Pavan Ratnayaka. Pavan Ratnayaka, play number 140. For him, bidding begins at $5,000. There's a reminder. 5,000. I look around everywhere. 5,000. Thank you, Candy. 5,000. Somebody at 5,500. Everybody paying attention? 5,500. 5,500. Now's the time. Candy. Have the current price is the base price at 5,000. Nobody else at 5,500. Let's do this quickly. Pay number 140. Pavan Ratnayake. Beloved Candy. Done. Congratulations. Let's move on to player number 139. 139, 139. Kenar Lewis. Kenar Lewis. And for Kenar, we'll begin the bidding at 10,000. Do we have a bidder for 10,000? Kenar Lewis? Kenar Lewis. Kenar Lewis. 10,000. 10,000. Any franchise here wishing to offer 10,000? Maybe not. Okay. Number 139, Kenar Lewis. Passes. 135 is up next. Tamim Iqbal. 135, Tamim Iqbal. Begin at 40,000. 40,000. For Tamim Iqbal, do we have interest at 40,000? No? Last call, 40,000. Tamim Iqbal. Tamim Iqbal passes. $144 is next, player number 144, Hashita Boyagoda. 144, Hashita Boyagoda. $5,000. We begin bidding at 5,000. Do we have interest at $5,000? $5,000. Doesn't appear so. Player number 144, Hashita Boyagoda. Passes. $142 next. 142, Ranuda Somaratna. Ranuda Somaratna. 142. 5,000. Somebody interested? 5,000? Studied your players, you know who you want. If not, then player number 142, Ranuda Somaratna, passes. $141, Alex Ross. 141, Alex Ross is happy to begin bidding at 20,000. Do we have a bidder for 20,000? Do we have interest at 20,000 for Alex Ross? Maybe not. Jaffna, 20,000. Thank you. Do we have 22 somewhere? 22, anyone? Okay then. 22. In the absence of 22, I'm happy to confirm that player number 141, Alex Ross, to Lanka's Jaffna Kings. All done. Congratulations. Oh, hang on. Yes, sir. And the right to match is with? Tambula? No, thank you. Jaffna? Jaffna. Congratulations. We move on to 137. Riza Hendricks. Riza Hendricks, number 137. Base price set at 40,000. Do we have interest at 40,000? Last call. Do we have interest at 40,000? Riza Hendricks. Player number 137. Riza Hendricks. Passes. One, 136 is next. 136. Pasidu Surya Bandara. Pasidu Surya Bandara. 136. $5,000, the starting base price and starting bids. Starting of bids at $5,000. No? One last look. Okay. Number 136, Pasida Surya Bandara also passes. 138, Ahan Vikramasinghe. 138, Ahan Vikramasinghe. Bidding begins at 5,000. Thank you, Jaffna. 5,000. Jaffna is at 5. Attention all teams. Do we have 5,500? Do we have 5,500? No? We're doing this quickly. So if you have interest, now's the time. If not, then for $5,000, Jaffna with your call, yes? $5,000, Lanka's Jaffna Kings, and we are done. For $5,000, we don't have a right to, congratulations. Number 133. Very few people have done what he's done. 133. Hazratullah Zazai. 133. And for Hazratullah Zazai, bidding begins at 50,000. 50,000. Dambara, thank you. 55, somebody. 55. Nobody? Okay, we're going to do this quickly. Dambula wish to offer the base price of $50,000 for Hazratullah Zazai. And if there's no action at 55,000, then I'm pleased to say with fair warning that player number 133, Hazratullah Zazai, for 50,000 goes to Dambula. Congratulations. And we get to the last player in the category, number 134. 134, Hanuka Dabare. 134, Hanuka Dabare, 10,000. We have some bidding here today by the teams for Hanuka. Last call. Nobody at 10,000, in which case Hanuka Dabare passes. Big thank you to Mr. Mahesh Rupavahini. Thank you very much. Head of Finance, SLC. Am I the only one who's happy? My next guest up on stage, Chalaka De Silva, Head of Legal, SLC. Every single word approved by him. we're into fast bowlers again. And we get to player number 151. 151, Chamat Gomez. 151, Chamat Gomez should be. Gomez, Chamat. Okay, let's go. Player number 151, $5,000. We'll let this breathe for another 3 seconds. Nobody at $5,000? 5,000? Jaffna, any interest? Seems to be a lot of activity. Jaffna? No? Okay, I don't know. A lot of activity there. Thank you, Candy. $5,000 by Candy Chamat Gomez. Okay, anybody at 5,500? Doesn't look like. Everybody was blank on 5,000. Blank on 5,500. Except Candy. B Love Candy, $5,000. Player number 151, Chamat Gomez, is with you. Congratulations. Let's move on to 149, Nipun Ransika. Nipun Ransika, number 149, will also begin at $5,000. Do we have interest from anyone here at $5,000? Doesn't appear so. All right. Then number 149, Nipun Ransika, passes. $155 is up next. Shahnawaz Dahani. 155, Shahnawaz Dahani. Bidding begins at 20,000. For Shahnawaz, do we have 20,000? Any team here today? No? You've studied all your players, your requirements. Nobody at 20,000. Player number 155, Shahnawaz Dahani, passes. $156 is up next. Danal Hemananda. Danal Hemananda. 156. We have a $5,000 start. If any team is interested, now's the time. $5,000. And if not, then we'll move on. $5,000, just to wake you up. $5,000, nobody? Okay. Danal Hemananda passes. $152, Sitam Disanaika. 152, Sitam Disanaika. Also begins at 5,000. Anybody interested? 5,000? Doesn't appear so. Number 152, Sitam Disanaika, passes. 150, 150, O'Shane Thomas. O'Shane Thomas. Do we have interest for player number 150, base price 20,000? Shane Thomas. Yes? No? 20,000 the base price. If there's no bid, we will move on. Shane Thomas. Player number 150, O'Shane Thomas. O'Shane Romaine Thomas. Passes. $146 is up next. Matthew Ford. 146. Matthew Ford. Matthew Ford. 146. Bidding begins at 50,000. We have interest at 50,000. Long look around, both ways, several times. Then number 146, Matthew Ford, passes. $153. Please check your books. $153. Sisanda Magala. Sisanda Magala. Sisanda Magala. 153. 20,000. Is there interest? In all your players? 20,000. If not, then for Sisanda Magala, we will pass. $145 is up next. 145, Asanka Manoj. 145, Asanka Manoj. Manoj Asanka. Asanka Manoj begins at $5,000. We have interest at $5,000. Anil, interest? No. $5,000. Anybody here today? No? Okay. Asanka Manoj, 145, passes. $158, Pawan Sandesh. 158, Pawan Sandesh is also going to begin at $5,000. Does he fit into your scheme of things? $5,000, you're going to be a part of any team. Pawan Sandesh. Pawan Sandesh, number 158, passes. $154, another Nipun, Nipun Premaratna. Nipun Premaratna. Anybody? $5,000 base price? No? Then number 154, Nipun Premaratna, passes. Legal's not having much luck right now. Let's go. 147. 147, Nimsara Ataragala. 147. Also begins at 5,000. Interest. Player number 147. Passes. $157. Usman Shinwari. Usman Shinwari. 157 will begin at 10,000. We have a taker here at 10,000 base price. 10,000. Usman Shinwari. This is last player in the category. And if there's no interest, then Usman Shinwari, number 157, also passes. Big thank you, Head of Legal, Mr. De Silva. Thank you very much. Before we move on to the next category, we actually have a little bit of time. I would love to get to know our guest list. Got another guest list, Anil? We need one, because we are through with the current list of guests. Somebody listening? All right. And what we could do very quickly, till I get that list, is, can we please take a look at the figures right here and see where we are? We've got Colombo strikers at 19 players. Come on, let's give them a loud round of applause. That's brilliant. Goal marbles also at 17. Very well done, along with Jaffna Kings. We've got two, though. We love Candy at 14. Candy. Candy, 14. Nobody's listening. Nobody cares. That's okay. Candy. We love you anyway. And Dambula Thunders at 15 are a shade behind. Now, we've reached that critical point in the next 15 minutes or so where we may begin our acceleration, because some teams already are 19, and we don't want to go name after name after name after name to just waste everybody's time. With due respect to all the players who are left, of course, I mean, it'll be nice to call out all their names, but we may soon, after the next category, take a longish break and come back with all your nominated names. But we will go through one more category, so we need one more guest. If we... Tim! Come on, Tim. Don't hide. There you go. Thank you. It's all about the salt and pepper show. Come on in. Let's move on to our next category of all-rounders. A third go-around for all-rounders. We've gone round, all-round, 3 times. 172, Chamindu Vikramasinghe. Chamindu Vikramasinghe. 172. $5,000. Bidding begins at $5,000. Is there any interest here? $5,000? If not, we will pass number 172. Chamindu Vikramasinghe also passes. 170 is up next. Dinura Kalupahana. Dinura Kalupahana, number 170. And bidding here too begins at $5,000. $5,000, do we have interest? Fair look around the room? No? All right then. Number 170, Dinura Kalupahana, also passes. 171, Ravindu Fernando. 171, Ravindu Fernando will also begin at $5,000. Is there interest at $5,000 for Ravindu Fernando? Last call, last time, last opportunity here before we come back with some kind of an accelerated, nominated set of auction calls. No? Okay, 171, Ravindu Fernando also passes. 169, Movin Subasinghe. Movin Subasinghe. 169 begins at 10,000. If my information is correct, $10,000. $10,000. There's silence. There's some kind of lull here. I wonder why. Tim, do you know why? Anyway, 169. Movin Subasinghe also passes. 168 next. Dhananjay Lakshan. Dhananjay Lakshan, 168. Also begins at $10,000. Do we have interest for $10,000? At $10,000 for Dhananjay Lakshan. Dhananjay Lakshan, $10,000. Whoa, gold, thank you. Welcome back. Anybody else at $11,000? Do we have 11? Let's do this quickly. $11,000. Anybody for 11? No. Gold's at $10,000, and I suspect with nobody else being 11, we are happy for player number 168, Dhananjay Lakshan, to go to Gold Marbles. Anybody has gold? He's all yours. $160, Chaturanga de Silva. 160, Chaturanga de Silva is up next, and we will begin the bidding at $30,000 for Chaturanga. 30,000. Chaturanga de Silva, 30,000. No? Okay. In which case, player number 160, Chaturanga de Silva. Oh, Candy, thank you, just in time. Could have always come back. $30,000, B Love Candy. Do we have 32? 32. Doesn't look like. Candy, you might have a man at the base price. Number 160, Chaturanga de Silva. Nobody else at 32. Candy have the high bid at $30,000, and we are happy for Candy. Congratulations, number 160. Congratulations, Candy. Let's get to player number 165, Ryan Burl. 165, Ryan Burl. 165, Ryan Burl begins at $10,000. Do we have a taker? Ryan Burl, $10,000. Anybody here? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Nobody at 10? Okay, 165, Ryan Burl. Passes. $159, Gulbuddin Naib. 159. Gulbuddin Naib set at 40,000. Does someone wish to offer 40,000? $40,000. Number 159, Gulbuddin Naib, $40,000. We don't seem to have a taker here right now. later, who alone knows. Okay, 159, Gulbuddin Naib also passes. $167 is up next. Riyazat Ali Shah, 167. Riyazat Ali Shah from the Uganda Cricket Association, $5,000. $5,000. Okay. 167, Riyazat Ali Shah passes. 161 is up next. Kareem Jannat. Kareem Jannat, 161. Bidding begins at $30,000. Dambola, thank you very much. For Kareem Jannat, we have 30,000 from Dambola. Does somebody else wish to offer 32,000 to take it up? 32,000. Goal, Dambola, 34. Goal, 36. 38, Dambola. 40,000 goal. 40 it is. 42, Dambola. 50, say Dambola. That's the way to do it. 50, Dambola. Now we have to go up in fives. I beg your pardon. $55,000 for Kareem Jannat. Thank you, goal. 60,000, Dambola. It can take a little bit of time. As you do, goal, we confirm your $55,000 being the high bid. Anybody else at $60,000? Any other team wish to come in? Dambola, do. 60,000. Goal, it'll take you 65 to stay. 65 it is. Dambola. $80,000, say Dambola. That's the way to do it. 85 goal? No. 80,000? Fantastic. Lanka's Jaffna Kings, you have the money? $80,000 Dambola. Anybody else at 85? Last call. A fair warning. Goal, well tried, well done. Dambola, to confirm, $80,000 is your bid. It is the high bid. I don't think we'll find a match here today, so I'll have to say player number 161. One of many brothers, probably the youngest of many brothers, at $80,000, Dambola Thunders. Congratulations. Well done. Let's go to 164. Suminda Lakshan. 164. 164. That's $10,000. Come all the way back to $10,000 after that high of 80. Does somebody wish to offer $10,000? $10,000. Oh, why am I wasting? Okay. 164. I was thinking about something else, which is why I took a little bit of time. Suminda Lakshan, no takers. 164. Suminda Lakshan passes. Penultimate number name in this category, number 166, Pulina Taranga. Pulina Taranga, 166 is set at $10,000. Do we have $10,000 here for Pulina? $10,000. Last call, last chance before we get to our accelerated part. Pulina Taranga passes. Supriyo, what we will do is take a break a little earlier than we might have planned. Is that okay? Instead of going through another category. Two things are going to happen, well actually three. I'm going to read out the last number and name of this category, all-rounders, third round. Then, I'm going to thank somebody. Then, we're going to take a break, which will be slightly longer than the normal break. But before we get to this name, because I might lose your attention thereafter, it always happens. So there's just a ploy, a trick to keep your attention going because there's one name still here. Can we take a look at the matrix, please, of all teams? Be very grateful if we can get a sense of who is where right now in terms of obtaining the players they require. Slightly better, but we love Candy. We'll still need a big fill. And Colombo Strikers, you've done very well so far. Ball Marvels, Daphne Kings, you're okay. Dambula Thunders, you also need quite a few players. So what we're going to do now is, in this break, I request you to not leave your tables, to spend the next 10 minutes, if you wish, or 5 or 7, or as long as you need, to give us a list of 10 players, up to 10 players. You can give only one name if you wish, but up to 10 players whom you wish to be included in your side. It's a list, it's a wish list, it's a nomination list of up to 10 players, which means 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. We could potentially get 50 names, or of course some names may be common, but it'll take us a little bit of time to consolidate that list. And when we return, we will begin the auction on the basis of the consolidated, accelerated auction list. I hope that's clear to everybody. Daphne, you know, it's been done before. Colombo, we need an acceleration list of up to 10 players. Ball, if I may have your attention, up to 10 players, thank you. Candy, you've got the largest number to actually get in your team, so a consolidated list of, nominated list of up to 10 players. Okay, I think that's pretty well understood by everybody. I'm just taking a little more time to get to our time to take a break. But here we are, last player. Now before that, because again, we'll dismiss and then we'll forget. Can we also please put our hands together for Tim McCaskill, our high performance chief. Yes, thank you, because you've done the job really well. Thank you. Thank you, Tim. Okay, and on to the last player. Number 163, Paul Sterling. 163, set to begin at $20,000. Paul Sterling, $20,000. Do we have interest here in this room? 5 franchises. $20,000. I'm going to take another 5 seconds. And remember, of course, much as we might have discussions in our studio for a few minutes or quite a bit thereafter, we will reassemble. It's now almost 4:15 by my watch. We will reassemble at 4:40. It's a slightly longer break, during which our studio will do their job, and we will take a break. But please don't move till you've given your nomination list to Shabazz. Will you please oversee that operation to push everybody to get your list of players, and then we can begin our first set of accelerated auctions. So, having said all of that, last call for player number 163, Paul Sterling. Bidding begins at 20,000, and if there's no interest here, then we will pass. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please do stay seated in terms of the franchises. Others can move around if you wish. Taking a franchise comes at a cost. You have to work a little hard and get the 10 names, up to 10 names nominated. And we will resume at about 4:40. Thank you very much. Back to the studio to flesh everything out. Roshan and Parveez, it's all yours for now.
Thank you, Charu. I know it is really tiring. It is hard work as far as you're concerned, but you're doing a grand job. Very well done. Well conducted, I must say. And it is looking very interesting, I can tell you. There are some great picks, and there are also some very surprising omissions. Now, we're going to talk about all that. I've got a very special guest here. Of course, Fabiz Maharoof has been with me since morning. I'm not going to go to him, but I'm going to go to our special guest, Samantha Durangwala, tournament director. Have been working really hard or hardly working? What is your answer?
To be very frank, it has been
Hard work?
very, very hectic couple of weeks. organizing event of this nature is not an easy task. So when we had 600 odd overseas players and ex-national players in the list, it made us very, very, difficult and work 24/7 to shortlist them. So it is not an easy task.
I was only pulling your leg. I just wanted to break the ice. Just see what you say. Anyway, now we've seen, this is the second year we've seen this auction of the Lanka Premier League. Now, how do you see the progress? Have you seen any progress at all, or anything significant that you like to talk about?
Yes, Rosh. The thing is, from the numbers that we saw at the beginning, how they registered online, it itself says, they were eagerly waiting to get involved in this league. It's 600 odd players registering is, it's a huge amount. Besides that, we also had about 180 odd local players. So the players who were proposed by the national selectors and then by the clubs. So I think it's progressing very well. Only thing is this year it was basically it was not a full auction. We allowed team owners to retain 6 players with the pre-signing or the direct signing. So minimum number being 20 players, they have to only pick 14 players. So that's the only difference.
See, I'm going to pick your brain a little bit more because we don't get the chance of talking to you all the time. Now, there was a draft in the past. See, 2 years ago, it was a draft. So what prompted you to go to an auction? Because it's a completely, it's kind of an overhauling of a system.
Basically, Rosh, I believe, the best way of selling a product is the auction system. Because, in the draft, you're, categorize players, the prizes are fixed, and then we have a draw, and you have to...
So it's not attractive to the players, is that what you're saying?
Of course, yes. So, last year itself, you would have seen at the auction when Dilshan Madhushankar was valued, or his base price was 20, and he was picked at 96,000.
On that subject, 30,000 Isuru Udana, how did he shoot up to 100,000? Can you answer? Is it a fair question?
Yeah, exactly. What I feel is, I think, because of the right to match, what you call the,
right
to match. Yeah, so they have the option of keeping the player back. So I'm sure they would have,
So it's a retention. So quickly, so has this auction attracted big names from the international scene?
Of course, yes. Unfortunately, it's clashing with, the American League. So some other top players would have gone there. But I think, the numbers that he have received and also the guys who are registered, fairly a good pick, I would say.
See, Maha, let me come to you now. I mean, we've seen some really big buys. For example, we spoke about Dasun Shanaka, we spoke about Patirana. But what about Isuru? Now, I posed the question to him. From 70, it just went like a meter, just rushed to 100,000. First and foremost, you think it was the right choice? Of course, it is to prevent that matching card. So do you think they've overspent to buy him?
I don't think so. If you have the money in the bank, why not spend it? So I think Gaul was quite tactical about how they used the money because they needed an experienced fast bowler in that team. That's why Isurudana was bought. And as Samantha correctly said, the matching right was with Candy, and Candy had some money to spend. And look at the way how Candy has spent the money. They've gone after experienced players. They have gone for Dinesh Chandimal, they have gone for Dasun Shanaka. So this also would have been in their radar. And I think Gaul Marvels were proactive rather than being reactive. They thought, right, this is the opportunity. We needed experienced fast bowler. Isurdana, though he's retired from international cricket, he's still playing lots of league cricket around the world. I think it's a very good buy by Gaul Marvels, mainly because they needed an experienced bowler in that team.
Now, teaser to both of you. Sri Lanka is known for their spinners. And especially, now we have wrist spinners. Right? There was Sandakan we spoke of Van der Sey. And generally, it's about the Sri Lankan spinners that have stood out. But you see, we see, teams investing behind fast bowlers. Start with you.
I think
Isuru Udana, Matisha I can understand because he's unorthodox, right? Unorthodoxy is the name of the game. But where are the spinners?
luck by chance, isn't it? As correctly, Samantha mentioned, it's about selling a brand. When you go to auction, it's about on the day. With the 10 names to come up in the next round, I think, I'd be surprised if Vandase, Lakshan, Sanakan, all these names doesn't pop up. I'm sure Patum Nisanka's name will come up for sure, along with Kusal Janit. And as you correctly said, for me, if I'm the coach or a captain in a franchise, I would love to have one or two wrist spinners in my team. And this is the great opportunity to have whoever the teams who doesn't have a wrist spinner is to have someone in that caliber.
Right, so I can understand this. So let's take a look at how the spend has gone. So let's start with Gaul. I mean, we do know that Colombo has very little to spend, but what about Gaul? I mean, let's look at what they have bought and what they have left. They have little over 100,000, Baha. So how do you see the combination now? They've got how many players? 18? Does it say 18? I think 18 players. So they still got 2 justice to their purse.
I think Isurudan, again, if you look at the names there, Dhananjay, Lakshan, Mohammad Siraz, all these fast bowlers are quite inexperienced. Larry Kumar, yes, but he hardly, he's a bowler, doesn't bowl in the depth. So Isurudan will bring in a couple of overs with the new ball, couple of overs in the depth. And overall, when I look at this squad, it's a well-balanced squad, got to be said. There are spinners, there are match-winning players in that side. The core looks really, really strong with Mahesh Theekshana's inclusion, Niroshan Dikwal. I mean, the news I'm getting, he's going to captain this side. It looks fantastic. Only 4 foreign players. Beg your pardon, 5 foreign players. They can go for 1 more. And there are high-profile Sri Lankan players in Dikwal and Theekshana. Theekshana, for me, is someone to look out for because he's leaving Jaffna Kings, was there for 4 years, and all of a sudden he takes a move and a big opportunity to be a marquee player for this new franchise.
Right, Samantha, what do you think? You want to add something to that?
Yes, with regard to the fast bowlers and the spinners, we should not forget the players that they are pre-signed. Most of the teams are pre-signed some good spinners. Vanidu Hasaranga with Candy, Mahesh Theekshana with Dambulla, Dushan Hemanta with Jaffna, and then Dunit Vellalagi was purchased today by Jaffna again. I think, they have a fairly good spin combination as well.
Good, very good, great answer. So you're justifying it, is because when our question comes up, you've given a very good answer. That's how it should be. So let's take a look at Colombo now. Let's see how much they have left in their purse. I know they bought some really big name. They just left with 10,000. They got 19 players. So 1 pick, Maha?
I think 1 pick, they can go for a foreign player. They got only 5.
But there'll be somebody at 10,000, a foreign player.
I mean, you got to go through the list. I'm not too sure who's there.
Yeah.
But 5 players, foreigners, and most of the boxes have been ticked with some fantastic signing. I look at the fast bowling castle there. They got Taskin now, they got Brindo Fernando, Garuko Sanket, young slinger from the south, and they got Matisha Patin for all that money, and they got Charmik Karnatha as well. So this team clearly will bank on the fast bowling department. And when it comes to the batting, there are some good players as well in Glenn Phillips, Shadab Khan, and even Angelo Pereira, though he's retired, is someone that can be relied upon. And I think, for me, winner of the day, if you ask me, I'll probably say Colombo Strikers.
See, I come to you, Matisha Patirana. You must be having not just an emotional connection being a Sri Lankan, but you also must be very proud about where he comes from, because you come from Kandy, same school. So how do you see the youngsters? Yes, Matisha Patirana was a great buy. So let's first focus about him and then the opportunities the young cricketers are having. He spoke about Garuka Sanket, another slinging kind of bowler. So let's start with Matisha. You think his talent's been given justice?
Of course, I think how he started his career. Matisha also started his career with the LPL. So coming such a long way and where he is today, I'm sure it's a very good eye-opener for all the youngsters.
Yeah.
So that is the very reason that we introduced this year that under 23 players should be included. So I can see from the picks today, they have picked a lot of under 19, under 20 players. So that's good. That's good. Good for the future. And we always talk about the second string. This is where we could build our second string.
See, Maha, now if you look at the picks and the type of players that get picked, see, the orthodoxies are thrown out of the window. People don't go for orthodox spinners anymore. They don't go for orthodox actions. It's all unorthodox. You spoke about Garuka Sanket, who's from the Western Province. Again, another slinging bowler. Now, is that the future of T20 cricket? Is the proper orthodox actions and proper cricketing styles being removed and the unorthodoxy coming in?
I mean, something unique. That's what you want. And even in the national team, in the World Cup squad, you got Matisha and Juan Tushara. Both are vying for one place, and you got Garuka Sanket coming through, and many others. When it comes to the grassroots levels, are bowling like Lasith Malinga. And unorthodoxness started from Lasith, and then it moved to Ajantha Mendis. Before that, bigger part, it was Murali. So Sri Lanka have been having this history, and I won't be surprised with the amount of cricketers being found with our talent hunt. One or two more. Ajantha Mendis or Murali or Malinga comes through, and this is a perfect opportunity to showcase the talent to the world. Yes, when it comes to club cricket, NSL, people will be watching domestically, but LPL is a brand which is going to go all over the world, and this is a good opportunity for youngsters like Garuka Sanket, as you said, ideally to make a name.
It's a topic I'd love to talk, because see, these bowlers and these type of cricketers would obviously not be very appetizing when it comes to the red ball game. It's a completely different thing. So the question I would want to ask is, what's the future with the red ball? We don't have time. So let's look at Jaffna. What have they done with their money? Because that's a topic that is interesting to discuss, because these are two versions, but this is how Jaffna have spent their money. They've got 90,000 left, and they have picked 17 players. So they got a fair bit in that purse left.
I think 6 overseas is completed, and they had the matching right in Jacinta Fernando. They used it. Very good call, looking at their bowling lineup. They needed some experience with the new ball, and they have done that. Vishad Brandika, wicket-keeper batter, someone to look out for. Lairu Samarakone, he is someone who's making big names in the domestic level. He's been in the domestic for a long time. He did play for Gaul franchise last year, did decently well, and I think that will be the dark horse in this squad. Lairu Samarakone, he can talk the ball. He is someone that you can keep an eye on. Even Ahan Wickramasinghe, a young player, very good against the spinners. This is ideal opportunity for a player like him. And apart from that, as Jaffna has done in the last 4 years, they are very, very smart how they spend the money. And they're probably, they got 90,000 left, 3 players to go.
See, Lairu Samarakone is a very interesting topic. Now, last year, right, Lairu Samarakone went for a lot of money. So you would have thought that he would have been one of the hottest prospects or properties going. But this year, Samantha, how cruel can an auction be? I mean, yes, there are lots of positives, but then for Lairu Samarakone, spare the thought.
It all depends on demand.
Yeah.
Auction system is that. So last year, as you very correctly said, there were a lot of players who were placed at 20, 30 base prices, went up to over 70,000. So you have to accept it.
Yeah,
so you take Dhananjaya De Silva, for example. Dhananjaya was sold at a very attractive price last year, but this time he was sold at only 55,000.
Even Dunit, for that matter. Yes. Dunit went for, I think, 70 plus last year, and this time he's little over 50. So yeah, it's been topsy-turvy, isn't it? Certain players have really shot up, the others have just been, all right, they have nothing to grumble, but, they would have expected more. So just getting back to Jaffna again, let's look at Riley Russo. How good a pick was that?
Fantastic pick. He's been very in good form in the IPL. I mean, he's someone who has traveled the world playing franchise cricket. And if you look at Jaffna's history, they've always had good players. They had Shoaib Malik before. They had Tom Kohler-Cadmo as an overseas. He's been
fantastic. I won't forget that.
He's been fantastic. So similarly, for me, these kind of players, if they get going, it's very hard to stop. So I think, as always, I keep saying, Samantha, Jaffna, when it comes to franchise cricket, they know how to get things done, and they got a new coach, Avish Gunwardena, but still he's very much experienced, and they still have Mario Velvarayan and Sajid Patina. This is something that the other franchise should look into, continuation, so that they know what sort of a method to follow in a franchise league. So I reckon this is where Jaffna is successful.
You think they're the smartest when it comes to a team, when it comes to picking players?
I mean, look at the history. Winners thrice last year.
Yeah, but a lot of players have left them.
I
At
think
least 2 key players.
but what happens is they get the replacement players sorted very quickly, and they know exactly whom to replace them with. And you look at Jaffna's history, apart from last year, they've been doing the same thing all and all over again.
True.
So this is where the success lies in Jaffna. But I think if you ask me a question, looking at the squads, Jaffna, Colombo, I'll probably pick Colombo in front, mainly because some of the names that they've bought up is fantastic. Good on paper, depends on how they perform on the day. But I reckon winners of the day for sure, Colombo, Jaffna, not too far.
Now, let's look at Dambulla now. Dambulla's case is an interesting one because we've seen Colombo being very generous with the way they've spent their money. But Dambulla, they've been, you know, very watchful with their purse. They still got a fair bit. And some of those buys, you know, I still feel, looking at that squad, yeah, they have bought, what, 16 players. But I still feel that they're a little bit thin with when it comes to their batting.
Very much, because you look at the core players. They've got all the bowlers. Even Mustafizur Rahim. Mustafizur Rahim is a fast bowler. Then you got Rahman. Sorry, beg your pardon. And you got Dushan Nemantha, Javik, Madhusank, and Tushar. That's 5 bowlers for you. And when it comes to batting, they've got Iftikhar Rahman. They got Ibrahim Zadran, experienced campaigner. Janushka Gunatilaka, the local, and Zazai and Karim Janad can be the dark horses because Zazai opens the batting. And Karim Janad is an all-rounder. He's a tonker. He can bowl, seam up in the middle overs. He's someone that for sure bringing that experience. And they've gone from Nuwan Pradeep's experience. Last year, Nuwan Pradeep did decently well playing for Kandy. And remember, in a game, he was injured. He limped, and he ended up bowling 1 over with 1 leg. So that's a commitment he shows. And I'm very, very happy for Nuwan Pradeep. Though he's internationally retired, still getting recognized for the efforts he puts in.
Yeah.
He's a chief inspector. Nuwan Pradeep now.
Yes.
He's working for the police first. He's no pushover. Now, looking at that, how do you see the balance?
Rosh, going back to Jaffna team, we were just talking about Jaffna, what he said was correct. We know, although they lost a couple of good players, they brought in people like Kusal Mendis into the side, Avishka Fernando. So, you know, that's a huge addition to the team. So I think, as he said, you know, so far, what I also see is Jaffna has the best combination.
Avishka Gunawardene is no spring chicken. He knows his cricket. He knows how to pick sides. He's a smart guy. I think he's a very good replacement for Tilina Kandambi. I say, because Kandambi was very good with what he did.
Correct.
And I think Avishka is also getting his act together.
I think that's why Kandambi has been rewarded to be the national team for the World Cup.
Absolutely.
The last 3-4 months, he's been one of the talking points in Sri Lankan cricket, the number of things he has done. So this is how LPL is not only opening for a player, even for a coach. You make a name for yourself, you end up in national
Great platform. Really great platform.
I think he has been really
I think
rewarded.
we need to look at one more franchise. Right? That's Kandy. Let's see how they have been with their money. How smart have they been?
Yeah, very good. Very, very good. I think they have gone for experience. Dinesh Chandimal been bought. There's Tasun Shanaka is the talk of the town, especially when you have Angelo Matthews, an all-rounder. Do they need another all-rounder? Shows Vanidhu Hasaranga believes in experience in that team. Dimut Karunatha probably be a backup opener, but he'll be somewhere around. Mohammad Hasnain played for Kandy last year, bowled really well. Pawan Ratnaik, a young player from CCC, making a good name. He's a spinner scoring heavily, so he's someone to look out for. Chamat Gomes, all-rounder building up. He's someone to look at as well. And Chaturanga De Silva, experienced campaigner, been in the system for a long time, played the first year of LPL. He's been right throughout the LPL, so they know how to get it done. And in this team, they know how to win.
Now,
that's exactly what happened last year with Kandy.
Now, they got 4 more picks that they can go for. And they're left with a fairly healthy purse, 127,000. That's a lot. You think that you think they might go for a Kusal Pereira or even a Pathum Nissanka?
And they need to buy 3 more overseas players as well.
Absolutely.
So that's something that they will keep an eye on. And again, Pathum Nissanka is not a bad choice for that side. Looking at the batting orders, that's something that will add a lot of value. And 3 more overseas players. So it's interesting to see after the break who are the 3 overseas that are targeted.
Kandy looks awesome. I mean, they seem to be, if they get their picks together, they can get a good combination going.
Rosh, I think, you know, before we came into the auctions, Kandy had the best combination. Having Vanidhu Hasaranga, Dusmanta Chamira, Angelo Matthews, Hamidou Mendis, and their 2 overseas players. So, you know, from the beginning I knew with these players going into the side and the picks they made today at the auctions,
What
they
about
have to
Dasun
really look at. Of course, yes. Dasun was an addition. I never thought that Dasun will be bought by Kandy because they had some all-rounders there.
Yeah.
But, you know, Dasun going into the side, you know, it had a lot of value, of course.
Also, that's a proper Sri Lankan batting all in the middle. number 5, number 6, 7, 8 in the national team. That's Angelo. Probably Varindu Wasaranga, the float he'll bat at 4 or 5. But if you go through the order, it's Angelo at 6, Dasun at 7, and one of the at 8. That experience in the middle for them.
That's a strong side.
Absolutely.
Now, brings us to the question. Do you think worthy players are struggling to get into this 5-team tournament? I mean, some of them because of the lack of space. Some big names, you think, or potential names are missing out?
Yes, Rosh, I think it's important that we had another team.
That was my question.
Yes,
You
so
took words out of my mouth. So
yes,
you think it
so
will happen next year?
we are planning to, but the issue, in fact, we wanted to add a team this year, but our window is very, very thin. We have only 21 days. So, if I have about 28 to 30 days, of course, yes, we can add another team.
But shouldn't you kind of create that window, because this becomes the most important tournament for Sri Lanka in the white ball format?
Correct. This has been discussed,
Yeah.
and I'm sure moving forward we will go with it, because already there are top multinational companies or blue chip companies have inquired about adding another team. They are very keen to go into the East. I don't know the reason, but it's good to have
Covering
a
the entire country.
good to have a team from the East.
So the East is an appetizing area.
Absolutely.
So what about areas like Ratnapura hasn't found any interest, Matara, Hambantota? Those are big cities where cricket is played.
True, but the thing is, with a population of 23 million, going up to 10 teams is not possible.
No, but then that's true. But then what is the right number? Where do you think the LPL should stop at? Okay, you're quite happy to go for 6. But do you think a 7th team warrants an opportunity?
Maximum, I would say 7. Nothing
7.
more than that, for sure.
You think Sri Lanka has domestic
Of course,
talent?
of course, yes. If you take the players we had in the system, even in this list, there were guys who went unsold, or it was not sold. If you pick those players, we can easily have another team. So with those 6 overseas players being allowed to go into a team. So I think having 6 or 7 teams will definitely add value to the tournament, and add value to Sri Lanka cricket.
If I may add one more point, what Samantha said, I completely agree. I think 6 for me is a good number. 7, you are pushing it because you still want to have quality players play in the league. And if you have the 6th team from the East, it means that you're covering the entire country. You've got Jaffna up north, you've got North Central, you've got Dambulla, Central Kandy, South Gaul, and on the Western you got Colombo. So I think Trinco, or whatever, on the East, what comes up, and 6 teams, and give you the window of probably 25, 26 days, you will have probably another 14 to 16 local players being sold, and that's an ideal opportunity to showcase their talent to the world.
And
Absolutely.
also young players coming from the East. Vyaskant is a good example coming from the North.
Yeah.
Right, so let's take a look at how the teams or the franchises look at the moment, as we're almost at the tail end of this auction, and that's how the spending, the number of players, the foreign, the domestic. I'll let Faviz Maharoof just take us through this.
I think it's going to be an interesting one in the last round. Colombo, minimum 1. I mean, remember, it's going to be minimum of 20 players, maximum of 24. I think Colombo with 10,000 plus, they'll struggle to get a 20 of, well, maybe 21 players. But the bigger packet is with Dambulla, 132,000, and they got to play minimum of 4 players. Still, big names are not being sold, so interesting to see how we go after the break, and hopefully get the big players sold. Sri Lanka cricket needs that.
That right to match, I thought that was very smartly used. Really, that was a good one.
Yeah.
You see how the teams seem to be quite alive and aware of what the plan is. What was the thinking behind the right to match?
No, you're giving the opportunity to the team who had that player last year.
But why just once?
When we introduced this last year, all franchise owners were very happy. But this year, we thought we should take it out because we thought it's a sort of a messy thing for the auctioneer, right? And it also takes time.
Yeah.
But we want to take it out. But we had a briefing just day before the auction, and Colombo owners categorically said, no, we want this.
Well, they were
So that's
targeting
what they
Matisha.
were aiming for Matisha. So it really proved, he was eagerly waiting to get Matisha on right to match basis.
So they were revealing their hand to you. So final thoughts. I mean, we do have a few more minutes, but then how would you sum up the progress of LPL? Happy with the interest, not just about the players, but then what about the owners? I ask you this question. There's not been consistent per se, consistency in the owners. I mean, we've had, let's say, 3 solid owners, but we've always had this change of 1 or 2. So how do you overcome that?
Yeah, Rosh, basically going back to 2020, I would say when we started in 2020, we had a lot of obstacles and challenges
Yeah,
to
it was
face.
difficult times.
Very, very difficult time. But I think when the entire country, when the entire world was shut down, Sri Lanka is the only country who conducted the franchise league. So 2021 also we thought, it will be fine, but we faced the same situation. 2022
Was even
was a
worse.
disaster, yes, because when a lot of top owners wanted to come in last moment with the economic crisis, they all pulled out. And in basically some of the sponsors were very keen to come forward to sponsor in various other areas, they all pulled out. But still we went ahead. I think, hats off to the IPG also. We should not forget them. When nobody was there, IPG came forward. Then 2023, last year, I would say last year was the best year that we had in terms of everything, quality of cricket that we played, in terms of the players, we got some quality players coming in, and more than anything, the spectators and the fan engagement. So that's what we have been looking for many years, to see that the stadiums are getting filled to come and see. So, basically the semi-finals or the final and the finals, the stadiums were packed and there were a lot of people who were waiting outside to come in, and we could not. So I think the progress is fantastic. I'm very, very pleased and proud to see the progress. So hopefully this year will be even better.
Yeah, now you've gone to Dambulla, you've gone to Kandy. So what's the thinking behind it? I mean, you were essentially started in Hambantota, we played at Premadasa, but like we had a brief stay in Kandy the last year, but not a long enough window. So is this something that you're going to continue with, where you're going to take it to the regions?
Yes, that's our intention. Last year, basically, when we played in Kandy, we saw people coming in numbers, to see the games. So since they won the championship last year, we thought we should start from Kandy. So we are starting from Kandy, and then we thought we should go to Dambulla, mainly because, when we played the Afghanistan series in Dambulla, the crowds were fantastic. They all came in number.
Yeah.
So, then we thought, yes, final stage has to be played in Colombo to get the crowd in. So, that was
Your thoughts? I mean, Kandy, Dambulla, Hambantota becomes an option, but then it's Kandy, Dambulla and Colombo. You think that those are the right cities?
I think hopefully, Samantha said, we'll have a bigger window next year so that Hambantota also can be covered, so that is Gaul team, which can have Hambantota as their base, and only Jaffna is missing out. So something to look forward to. But, as Samantha correctly said, you and I were commentating as well during Afghanistan series, and we saw the number of spectators inside the stadium as well as people who are waiting outside to come in. So it's a no-brainer for SLC and Samantha to definitely go to Dambulla, start with Kandy, go to Dambulla and finish with Colombo, because even Colombo this year, looking at their side, the Colombo, the fan base will be looking forward to watch this team. So similarly, Dambulla will be supporting the Dambulla franchise, and Kandy, as always, they've done really well up there. So definitely it's a positive side, as Samantha correctly said. First year we had the COVID, then the financial crisis. Under all these difficult conditions, SLC and IPG did their job and created a brand which is massive in the world. So 5th year, they say lucky 5th, hopefully we'll have a much bigger one, not only in cricket-wise, even revenue-wise, and hopefully we'll have the 6th team what we are craving for.
So if the 5th is lucky, what is 6th?
You can name that and have a 6th team and a 6th.
So now we speak about the main cities. Now I know SLC has a plan to build a stadium in Jaffna. So do you think next year any chance of going to Jaffna or not yet?
I don't think it will happen next year.
Okay.
But if we can play a game in Gaul, maybe a day
In
game,
Gaul, okay.
maybe a day game, or if we can get mobile lights and playing a day-night game in the city of Gaul, will be fantastic.
No, but what about the North? I mean, North has been kind of, starved. I mean, they have not had international cricket, international sport for a long time, but they have produced a young cricketer, V.S. Khan, I'm sure there are lots and lots of young cricketers waiting in the wings that can blossom. So don't you think they got a greater cause?
Absolutely. I think going forward, we should seriously think about it. Sri Lanka cricket basically is looking at it to have, venues for each team. So starting off from Jaffna,
Ideally.
yeah. So then only you will create that, friendly rivalry also.
Correct.
You go there, you go and play home and away,
Yes.
right? So that's how you build this tournament. Hopefully it will happen, once again going back to the window. So although I said we had 21 days, basically we had 25 days. But I was compelled to bring it forward or, reduce the number of days, mainly to ensure the finals is played on a weekend. Just used to playing on a weekday, Monday or a Tuesday. So, since India is going to come here to Sri Lanka on the 25th or the 26th, I had to release players by the 23rd or the 24th. So I had to take that call and thought, yes, we play on a Sunday on the 21st and keep Monday as the rain reserve day.
See, one other thing that I need to ask you, in fact there are two questions, but let me start with my first one. Now, the success of franchise cricket is a lot to, it has a lot to do with the fans. See, if you look at the IPL, that's the best, that's the best model. You have crazy fans from their regions. Have the LPL started to catch that imagination of the average fan? You mean to say there are Candy fans who are rooting for the Candy team, the Dambulla fan rooting for Dambulla, Colombo, like that? Do you see that happening? Has it already started or is it in the process?
I think it started last year. When we played in Kandy, we saw the people in Kandy coming in numbers and supporting the Kandy team.
Sorry Samantha, did they actually come for the cricket or did they come for Kandy?
They would have definitely come to watch cricket, but we saw the intentions were very clear that they were supporting Kandy. Likewise, now when we go to Dambulla, I'm sure Dambulla crowd will always come and support Dambulla. They will not go to Kandy and support Kandy or Dambulla. They'll since we are playing in Dambulla, I'm sure those people will come and support them.
Sure, that's what everyone should really try to build. I think that's the job of the people who are involved in marketing this event and taking it to the people just to get that fan base. Then the other area that not worrying, but it's a question is why hasn't the Sri Lankan corporates really started engaging with the LPL? We still got foreign owners. There aren't Sri Lankan owners who come up and thrown their lot with the team. Where do you see the problem?
If you take last couple of years with the economic situation in the country, maybe because of that they were on the back foot, not that keen. But I'm sure moving forward, there have been companies who have already spoken to us. I'm sure they will come forward, and we are also looking at corporates. That's the way forward for sure. So if you think of adding a couple of teams, next year or so, definitely there will be some top blue chip companies from the country, coming and supporting this league.
See, actually, there should be Sri Lankan ownership, isn't it?
Absolutely.
They need to come up and own this league. See, it's a Sri Lankan league. So it's about progressing from a Sri Lankan point of view and focusing and showcasing the Sri Lankan cricket side of it and getting the Sri Lankan corporates getting involved. So that will obviously be something that you want to address.
I think for sure, if the corporates don't come in, there are individuals who want to get together.
Individuals? Okay.
Top
That's
businessmen.
That's
they
interesting.
want to get together and buy companies.
So just like a syndicate.
Absolutely. So that's good. That could could be the way forward. At least if we need locals to come in, let them come in and start supporting this league.
I need to ask you now. One thing that is like thrown at most leagues is about what goes on behind the scene. So how much of protection, how much of controls have you brought in terms of the anti-corruption? Because leagues get tainted. You see, fingers get pointed, and that's pretty common in the biggest and the smallest. So how do you see the Lanka Premier League?
Rosh, basically when the owners come in, we get...
So what's the process? That's a good point you're coming to.
Right.
How would you pick and decide on an owner?
Yeah, so when they show interest to come forward as owner, we get their credentials checked. And then we
By
send,
whom?
by Sri Lanka ACU, anti-corruption unit, and then they send it to the ICC. So until they give us the green light, we don't take them.
So when you say they, is it the Sri Lankan anti-corruption unit or the ICC anti-corruption unit?
Sri Lankan as well as the ICC. So
Right.
they go through all the credentials, and then if they see any grey areas, they keep us informed.
So
you know,
every owner who's here has been vetted by the ICC?
absolutely, absolutely. Not only the owners, even the sponsors.
Okay.
You know,
So
everyone
what
is
about,
vetted.
what about the backroom staff?
Everyone, even the support staff is, you know, even the teams, in the players, we send all the full list, and especially the support staff, yes. We make sure that we get vetted by, you know, the ICC and Sri Lankan anti-corruption, and once they give us the green light, then only we confirm. So far, touch wood, nothing. And, you know, last year we invited the ICC officials to be here for the auction. They were here, and today I saw, you know, they have been present.
You
That's
are
good.
you are completely convinced about it.
So far, yes. Hopefully, I think moving forward, it will be the same. You know, hopefully, yes.
Right. So we got to start. I think we're starting shortly. Ma, final thoughts. How do you see the franchises progressing? At least in the auction, not in the...
The last 10 players, that's what Charu did announce. So some of the big buys are still in the hat. So they need to come out, and pretty sure a few of them will be sold, and some franchise have to fill up their foreign player list, but they don't have a bigger packet. So that's something to keep an eye on. And still, the good players are out there. You need to go and pick them, and make sure you leave the room today with a formidable squad.
So keep an eye out for Pathum Nisanka, Kusal Pereira. Who else? Nishan Madhushka.
Nishan Madhushka is somebody that straight away coming.
So those are
I
three
think
names.
those three: Kusal, Janit Pereira, Pathum, Nishan Madhushka, definitely.
What about Jeffrey Van der Sey? What about Lakshan Sandakan? All of them? So the franchises, I'm sure, are having an eye out for them because they got an option. They got the option, or they got the chance of almost a second bite of the cherry. I think we should be starting very, very quickly. We haven't still heard whether they are ready to start. Whether Charu Sharma has had his time of relaxation and he's now on stage to start the auction. We just wait. I think we need Stephanie on the stage first. So we are just waiting. So this is how. Just taking you through, if you look at this graphic, it tells you the number of players that each franchise have bought. So if you look at, that's the top, where you see Colombo has already got 19, so they got the option of 1. But look at what Candy, they can buy 5, and they got enough money. And Dambulla, they can buy 4. But they've had some really cheap buys. Actually, they haven't spent much.
And the right to match is not being used by Love, Candy, Tambulla, as well as Gaur. So that's something that they will, back of the mind, will be keeping an eye on in case if they get that option. And it's anyone's guess who's going to go where. International stars, I think Love got 3. That's very important because they got the local core sorted, very experienced team. They just need some quality international players that will make them a formidable lineup.
Sam, Samantha, lots of nervous eyes when it comes to the players. Just a few opportunities. Lots of players who are big star missed out, must be certainly very nervously and anxiously watching whether their name is going to come up.
Of course, yes. I think there were a couple of youngsters who missed out. You know, players like Chamida Wickramasinghe, Ranindra Somalata. There was few guys. I'm sure they may be waiting. And also, as you very correctly said, Pathum Nisanka is not a player to be missed. And for me, even Kusal Janit.
Yeah, I certainly hope those names that we spoke about, particularly those names, well, those guys have contributed so much. I mean, a Van der Sey, how many games has he won when he played? I mean, we've spoken about Pathum, we've spoken about Kusal, but I think we're almost ready to start. Or are we? I'm just waiting. I think we're ready. So, Samantha, thanks a lot for your time. It was really good to have you. Very productive. We learned a lot, and people watching would have learned a lot from you and would have obviously understood how this worked. Maha, thanks a lot, and a good chat. Thank you for your insight, and I think we're almost ready, as we always do. Let's go across and join Stephanie.
Thank you very much. Once again, Roshan, yes, we are back. And we are about to start the accelerated bidding round. We do invite everybody at the tables. Please, those of you standing, kindly do take your seats. We are about to start. So the Lanka Premier League 2024 player auction. It is so exciting. And we're going into our accelerated round. The matches start July 1st, and they will be in 3 beautiful scenic locations around Sri Lanka. For those of you watching around the world, if you have not come to Sri Lanka yet, the time has come for you to come and visit us. So the matches will be played right here in Colombo, which is the economic and entertainment capital of Sri Lanka. Then we have matches in Kandy, which is actually one of the sacred cities in Sri Lanka, because we have the tooth of Lord Buddha there. So it is actually considered the spiritual capital of Sri Lanka. It's the Sri Dalada Maligava. You can go and visit that temple. It was also the last kingdom of Sri Lanka. And then we have Dambulla, which is part of the cultural triangle of Sri Lanka. There are beautiful caves, 5 specifically, with over 150 beautiful ancient paintings that would just take your breath away. And it's of course close to Sigiriya, which is a huge rock monument where one of the ancient kings built an entire city right at the top. The wonders of Sri Lanka are truly many, so do make your way here. We are about to start our accelerated round. Are we ready? We love Kandy, are we ready? Yes, we are. Gold marbles, are we ready? We are not ready yet. All right. So let me tell you a bit more about Sri Lanka while we wait. So one of my favorite places is actually in Anuradhapura, which is the Ran Musu Uyana. It is the Stargate of Sri Lanka. So for those of you who don't know what a Stargate is, they consider it to be a portal that connects this world to another. And the Ran Musu Uyana, if you Google it, actually looks like a beautiful circuit board, and so many archaeologists have come, tried to date it, tried to figure out what these engravings are, and yet it is still a mystery. And there are 2 other stargates. One is in Abu Ghraib and one is in Peru, and the other one obviously right here in Sri Lanka, which is close to Dambulla actually. So if you're making your way to come and watch these matches, you're gonna love it. There's so much to learn. It is truly beautiful, and all of them are actually made close to a water body, which is really intriguing and interesting. Why? Is water the secret recipe to connect us and to actually get that Stargate working? So there's so many wonders, and like I said, Sigiriya is actually a beautiful story of 2 kings. And a king, so one of the kings decided that he had to build an entire city right at the top of the rock. So for those of you who are watching online, Google these beautiful places as you make your way to Sri Lanka. It's truly like full of history, a rich history of over 2,500 years, and you can just get lost learning about all the wonderful magical things. It's a city and it's a country of wonder. Are we ready? 2 more minutes. Roughly 2 more minutes. Dambulla Thunders. Yes, I think we're all here. Like us, Jaffna Kings, ready to go. Our Sri Lanka cricket table with all our VIPs. Colombo Strikers with only 1 more that they need to finish up their team. And Gaul Marvels, as well as Be Love Kandy. I love that. I think we are almost ready to start the accelerated round. So in this round, each team has given in 10 names of players that they want. And from that pool of 50, I'm assuming it's up to 10 players, we will actually do the bidding from there. So it's an accelerated bidding round, and it is time to call up our auctioneer. Please put your hands together for the one and only Charu.
Thank you, Stephanie, for regaling us with all that wonderful information about Sri Lanka. I've said before, it's one of my favorite countries in the world. It's right next door to another country where I live. And I've been here many times, and I've enjoyed every single visit hugely. So much to do, so much to see, but most of all, and I'm taking a little bit of time because our accelerated auction list is still receiving its final touches, but most of all, as we're all aware, it's the people. And I think the people of Sri Lanka who make such a big difference to how people perceive, how the rest of the world perceives Sri Lanka, because in the main, I mean, I shouldn't speak on behalf of the rest of the world, but it's just the warmth and the generosity and the smiles and the innate core of the average Sri Lankan, which is so warm and hospitable that every visitor falls in love with the Emerald Isle. And why do we call it the Emerald Isle? I was thinking when I was flying in yesterday, I don't think you are some repository of emeralds, although you have a fabulous gem tradition. Am I correct in saying this is not like the birthplace of emeralds, which is probably much more Colombia and everywhere else, and perhaps even India? But when you fly in, everything is green and green and more green and more green if possible. And that's what I suppose, my own theory, gave Sri Lanka its generally accepted international tourism name of being the Emerald Isle, and it truly is. And if emerald's a very special stone, then that is also the heart of the average Sri Lankan. Very, very special. Okay, I'm still waiting for final word. I think we should now very soon be able to start our accelerated auction. Just a reminder to all the teams that the names have come in, they've been collated. We have a list of, well, 40-odd players. Even this could take time. I know that some of you Colombo strikers particularly require only one player, but as soon as you finish your money or your requirements, do please still stay back. Walking out would be just sending a wrong signal. We want all of you together. All of us are together in the LPL Season 5, and let's stay together till at least the end of the auction, right till the very end. And of course, thereafter, I'm pleased to announce, in case you didn't know, that we have a live band right here instead of some auctioneer, or whoever hangs on to it. A live band here, and there's going to be cocktails and dinner and everything else. So this place is going to be throbbing with hospitality and fun once the auction's over. So more the reason why all of you please do stay back and relax and enjoy yourselves and celebrate the fact that you've got your team together for Season 5 of the LPL. I think we're more or less ready. So can I please call upon the Umpires Development Manager of the SLC, Chanaka Tenuwana. Can we have Chanaka, please? There you are. Thank you. The Umpires Development Manager. And if the umpiring is fabulous in Sri Lanka, you know who to thank. Thank you, Chanaka. For the moment, we've received a total of, or when we've collated it, the current total is 37 players. But as you know, no one's guaranteed a player, even though you might have nominated the player. Every name that comes up is open for auction. And it's also okay that you've nominated a certain player, but you don't have to take that player, depending on who you've gotten already or who's taken home. So it's all very complicated. I understand that. But thank you for giving your lists, and we are ready. So, Chanaka, we can have the first name from the accelerated list, please. Now, I don't have these lists with me on paper, so I'm just going to wait for our technical team to ensure that it comes up on screen. Player number 212. Kavidu Patirana. Kavidu Patirana. Youngster with a base price of 5,000. The team that needs most players for the moment has said, yes, we're happy to offer 5,000. Candy, thank you. Do we have 5,500 from any other team? Are you going to allow Candy to take him for 5,000? You've got another 5 seconds to decide so. 5,500 to continue with this auction of one player, 212. If not, I think we're all done. Player number 212, Kavidu Patirana, Beloved Candy. Done. Congratulations. Well done. Oh, hold on. Whoa! Even in the accelerated list, there's a right to match. Oh gosh, where will this end? So who has it? Dambula, you have a right to match. No. Oh, thank God. Okay. Candy, you can breathe again. Congratulations. Oh, that's a good start. the very first player on the accelerated list, finds a home. Here we go, number 38. You've heard of him before, we passed him before, but he may be absorbed by somebody. Lakshan Sandakan. Number 38, $20,000. Somebody has the money, somebody certainly has the need, which is why he was nominated. Do we have a bid for $20,000? Thank you for the nomination, but do we want to move this forward? No, we don't. Okay. Last call. No one? Player number 38, Lakshan Sandakan comes back again, and Candy put their paddle up. Candy, thank you. 20,000. You're sure, right? There seems to be some hesitation. Once again, 20,000 it is. Anybody for 22? 22. All good, Colombo? 22? No. Well, that's fine. Hammer up. Time to go and find another home for number 38. Lakshan Sandakan goes to Candy. And it's all done. Well, Candy is racing along. Thank God they needed to. 231 is up next. Sandun Mendes. Sandun Mendes, 231. There he is. You can pick him up for as low as 5,000 if it works out. Who wants to bid? $5,000 base price for the youngster. Most of them are likely to be youngsters. Do we have $5,000? Okay. No? Well, that's fine. So, number 231, Sandun Mendes, passes for now. Number 177, Wanuja Sahan. 177, Wanuja Sahan will find a home if somebody can put $10,000. Jaffna does. Thank you very much. 11,000 then. Somebody wants to take it up to 11? Not likely. Not the way I see it. So, without wasting too much time, Jaffna, like us, Jaffna Kings at $10,000 for player number 177, Wanuja Sahan, are the successful bidders. Congratulations. Whoa, 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 I'm back. And who has the right to match? Who'll ask you again? Are you going to keep that white ball? Looks good on your table. All right, thank you. Who was this? Jaffna. Well done, congratulations. We move all the way into the 300s. 339, Rishad Hussain. Rishad Hussain. There he is. $10,000 for the youngster. $10,000, 21-year-old. Do we have a team wishing to put forth $10,000? Last look. Okay, number 339, Rishad Hussain. Will be happy that he was thought of, that he passes. We go back to 136, Pasidu Surya Bandara. Pasidu Surya Bandara. The bidding starts at $5,000, and we have that from Gall Marvels. We have somebody wishing to take it up to 5,500. 5,500 will net you the player, unless we get another bid. If not, then let's quickly proceed by acknowledging that player number 136, Pasidu Surya Bandara, for $5,000 goes to his new home, the Gall Marvels, congratulations. Remember reading this name earlier. Number 169 is up next. Movin Subasinghe. Movin Subasinghe. And we will begin the bidding at very soon. Hold on to your horses. $10,000. Do we have a team interested in Movin at $10,000? Last call. $10,000. Nobody? Okay. Player number 169, Movin Subasinghe, once again, passed. It's on somebody's bat and back of the shirt for sure. 333. Samu Ashan. 333. Number 4, to begin with, just 5,000. Do we have an offer for 5,000? His base price, $5,000? No? You get 333 for $5,000. Anybody? Okay. Ah, Candy. Spotted you just in time. You're in the dark there for some reason. Maybe the paddle ought to shift a bit to your right so I can see it better. But anyway, thank you very much. 5,000, Candy. Anybody 5,500? Doesn't look like. So, Candy, this is a fantastic move forward. It's like racing ahead in the death overs. Everybody's left. There's tortoise in the hair. 333. Samu Ashan. Beloved Candy. Nobody wishes to take it up to 5,500. So for 5,000, Candy, yours. Congratulations. Let's move on into the 400s for the first time. 404. Asela Gunaratne. 404. Asela Gunaratne. And there he is, 10,000. Do we have a bid for 10,000? We do. Just when Dambula thought, I'm not going to look at them. 10,000 for Dambula. Do we have 11,000? Somebody? 11,000? Not likely. $10,000. Player number 404, Asela Gunaratne. Done for Dambula. And it's yours. Congratulations. $291, Curtis Kampfer. 291, Curtis Kampfer will begin at $10,000. Somebody was kind enough to suggest the name. Do you wish to go ahead with the purchase? $10,000, Curtis Kampfer from Ireland. 291. Maybe not. Okay, 291, Curtis Kampfer is not yet going to be a part of a team. We go all the way back to number 53, Lahiru Madhushankar. Lahiru Madhushankar, 53. 20,000. If you have 20,000, if you want him, now's the time to raise the paddle. 20,000. Do we have 20,000 here for Lahiru Madhushankar? 53? No? Well, thanks for suggesting his name. Maybe not today, maybe not now. And Lahiru is fast. We go back to another play. Hello, hello, hello. 1, 2, 3. Good morning. Rewind, please. Can we go back to 53? 53. Let's just calm down and get back to Lahiru Madhushankar. Thank you very much. What do we do without the technical team? I mean, you're magnificent, fabulous, well done. We're back to Lahiru Madhushankar, who begins at 20,000. I'm giving everybody a fair shake. Does somebody else want to come in at 20,000? In which case, let me turn right again. Good morning. Can we see the paddle again, please? 20,000, you confirm? Wonderful. Do we have 22? I have to ask, and I have to satisfy myself that today we're not likely to find 22. In which case, player number 53, Lahiru Madhushankar, Dambola Thunders. Bam, is yours, pending, of course, a magnificent right to match, which is with Candy, right to match. You want to exercise that white ball? $20,000. You have another 10 seconds. Tight, tight, tight. Teetering on the brink. You like that white ball. You keep it. All right. For $20,000, player number 53, after that breath-holding drama, Lahiru Madhushankar to Dambola Thunders. Congratulations. Let's move on to number 370, Rusanda Gamage. Rusanda Gamage, number 370. As he comes up on the screen, we'll know we have a base price, and that's where we need to begin, or higher, of course. Always begin higher. 5,000. Do we have a taker? 5,000 or more? Dambola Thunders. 5,000. Do we have 5,500, anybody? 5,500? Not likely. So let's confirm very quickly. Player number 370, Rusanda Gamage, to Dambola Thunders for his base price of $5,000. Congratulations. Is yours, and there's no RTM. Congratulations. At which point can we please thank our umpire's development manager, Chanaka? Thank you very much. Oh, just leave that right there. Thank you. Come on, guys. It's a hard job. Okay. Can we next please have Senior Manager, IT, SLC, Sri Lankan Cricket, Mahesh Veerasinghe. Mahesh Veerasinghe, please join us. Thank you. Walk of Fame, let's do it. Thank you. Okay, our next name, which we had to wait for, number 95. 95. Azam Khan. 95. Azam Khan was on some team's list, and that team may wish to offer $50,000 if that team has the money. Now's the time. Azam Khan, $50,000. Yes? That's a big call at this stage of the game. Azam Khan, $50,000. I don't see any interest here right now. Thank you for the nomination. Azam Khan passes. Time of day being good morning. Good to see you, Candy. A little late, but we'll take it. $50,000 for Azam Khan, number 95. Does someone want to come up with 55? Does any team here have $55,000 to offer for Azam Khan? If not, then for $50,000, his base price, We are very happy to ensure that number 95, Azam Khan, goes to Beloved Candy. Do we have? No, we don't have an RTM. Congratulations. Now, that's a really bold call. This late stage to offer 50,000 for a player. Of course, have the need and have the money, which is fantastic. And very little competition, I might add, at this point of time. Let's move on to number 367. 367, Amir Jamal. Amir Jamal, number 367. And the base price for Amir Jamal is $20,000. If they somehow found $50,000, surely somebody has $20,000 tucked away somewhere, except a certain team. Doesn't have much money. Okay, Amir Jamal, 367, $20,000. Yes? $20,000? No? $20,000? Probably not. 367, Amir Jamal passes. Let's move on to player number 185. Kavindu Nadishan. 185. Kavindu Nadishan. Begins at $5,000. The 22-year-old. Thank you, Goal. $5,000. Do we have five? Do we have 5,500 from any team? 5,500? Doesn't appear so. Gold Marbles, player number 185, Kavindu Nadishan, at $5,000 goes to you. Congratulations. Well done. Number 353, Usman Khan. Number 353, Usman Khan was nominated by one team or more, and his base price is $20,000. That's your opening bid, that's your starting bid, $20,000 for Usman Khan. I'll give you another 5 seconds. Reel it all in. Somebody nominated him, so if there's a requirement, now's the time. If not, then player number 353, Usman Khan, passes. We go to 263. 263. Mohammad Shamaz Nofar. Mohammad Shamaz Nofar. $5,000 is the base price. Is there a team interested? $5,000. Giving as long a look as possible. Can't look for too long. Candy, are you sort of interested? No? 263, Mohammad Shamaz Nofar passes. Go to 288. 288 next. 288. Mithun Jayavikrama. 5,000. We'll look at you, Dambula. 5,000. Thank you, Dambula. Do we have 5,500? Do we have 5,500 to take it forward? And if we don't, then we're happy to announce that player number 288, Mithun Jayavikrama, will, barring this whole RTM stuff, belong to the Dambula Thunders. Congratulations. We go all the way back to number 84. 84. Harindu Ratnayake. 84. Tarindu Ratnaik. $10,000 is how we begin for Tarindu. Do we have $10,000? Any team here today? No? All right. Then number 84, Tarindu Ratnaika. Passes. Number 280 is next. 280. Ayana Sirivardhana. Ayana Sirivardhana, number 280. And bidding begins at its base price of $5,000. Do we have a team interested at $5,000 for Ayana? Thank you, Dambula. Thunders are racing ahead, thundering along. $5,000. Do we have 5,500 in this room today? The other four franchises, do you want to come in with 5,500? Doesn't look like, blank looks, which is okay. Dambula will be happy with the blank looks elsewhere. Number 280, Ayana Sirivardhana. Dambula Thunders have the bid, and they are successful. Congratulations. We go all the way to one of the last numbers, the auction. Not the last name, one of the last numbers. 410, 410. Salman Ali Agha. Salman Ali Agha. 410. 10,000 is the base price. And Candy, I'll have to move along to see whether somebody has 11,000. Is there a bidding war here? Does somebody wish to offer 11,000? No? Fair enough. No other team wants to come in at 11. Candy is at 10. So for player number 410, Salman Ali Agha, beloved Candy, yours. Congratulations. Just a quick check from my friends. Abbas, Sintika, all good? Maybe you can play the music again. I was holding my breath. Thank you. What? No music? Come on. Okay. Well done, Candy. I think you were racing along very well. Next up, number 33, 33. Vishwa Fernando. 33. Vishwa Fernando. $10,000. Do we see a paddle up for $10,000? Of all mouths, goal. Goal. Congratulations. 50,000 at this stage. Both Candy and Gaul had the money and they spent it. Well done. Number 306 is up next. 306, Muhammad Ali. Going to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Muhammad Ali, 306. $10,000 for Muhammad Ali. Athlete of the century. Candy. Well done. Anybody else at 11? 11,000 to take this auction forward for Muhammad Ali. Doesn't look like. So, fair warning all around the house. Player number 306, Muhammad Ali, the beloved Candy. We're done. Congratulations. Well done, Candy. It's all yours. And even 200, a double. It's Murvin Abinash. Murvin Abinash. And let's get the base price on the screen so that everybody knows. It is $5,000. And Jaffna, are you good for 5,000? Much? 5,500 team? No best? 5,100? So, number 2, Murvin Abinash. Like us, Jaffna Kings are the successful bidders. Congratulations. Can we all please thank Mahesh for being here? Thank you very much. The Senior Manager IT. And it's my pleasure to call upon the Manager Events of the Sri Lanka Cricket Board, Mr. Travis Fernando. Travis, if you'll join us, please. Oh, he has a lot of support here. Wow. Travis, coming up. A whole row in support. When all is said and done, somebody has to organize the events, right? Travis, so that's you. Come on up. (182), player number 182, Chamindu Vijayasinghe. Chamindu Vijayasinghe, 182. Youngster whose base price is $5,000. Gaul Marvels are happy to raise the paddle for $5,000. Does any team want to take it up to 5,500? We'll wait another 5 seconds. Fair warning, all teams. Nobody wants to take it up to 5,500. In which case, we're happy for player number 182, Chamindu Vijayasinghe, to find a home with the Gaul Marvels. Congratulations. We travel back to player number 42, Jeffrey Van der Say. As we get him up on screen, you all will remember that his base price is $30,000. Gaul Marvels, very quick on the paddle. $30,000. Do we have another team that wishes to offer $32,000? 32, 32. If not, I think we're all done. $32,000. Okay then. Player number 42, Jeffrey Van der Say, also goes to Gaul Marvels. Do we have a right to match? Yes, no, no. Congratulations, Gaul. Let's go to player number 187. 187, Arul Pragasam. Arul Pragasam. For Alu Pragasam, the base price is $5,000. And does any team still have the space and the money? like us.